Avast ahoy, g'day once again to ye mateys! I be your gently chilled and competitively windswept DM, Josh the Pirate, and it brings me more joy than a blue whale could eat in a year to welcome you back to Corsair's Cove and our new show in my Humblewood world of midnight and madness. Above me, I have me hearty crew, the exotic Rachel Fukar, the esoteric Jack O'Brien, the eccentric Rahema Rowe, and the, I'm sure you'll agree, erotic Dan Sawelto. So, let's talk about these lovely and erotic people, shall we? Rachel.
Intended for, understood by only a small group. You're an asshole.
I stand by my comment. I was being very specific as well. I wanted beginning with E and ending with ick. There's just not a lot of words. Sorry. Rachel, tell me exotically who the heck you are.
Exotic.
Yes, hello. As you can see, very exotic. My name is Rachel Fukar. I'm a writer, actor, creative trash at large. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at Rachel Fukar. And you can find the book that I wrote, The Rings of Mars, right here on the internet. It's a sci-fi adventure thing. They're trying to get to Mars. Things go wrong. It's a good time. Read it.
Boom. Mic drop.
Mic drop.
I also just need to say, and I apologize for missing them in the first place, the Dicecasters, thank you very much for the raid, you bloody champions. Yeah, what absolute legends you are. What were you doing? I'm just going to smack a shout out at the Dicecasters. They were probably playing D&D. They were playing The Sims 4. I guess wrong. That's very different.
Any dice in The Sims? I've never played.
It is digitally randomized.
Oh, well.
Well, Jack, you're fairly esoteric. Tell us about yourself. Who the absolute heck are you?
I'm gonna accept the third definition, which is not known by or suitable for the public, which my many agents over the years would agree is true. Yeah, self-burn. Let's see. Hello, everyone. My name is Jack O'Brien, and what I was saving to tell Josh, because I thought it would be a nice surprise for him, but also it's not that important. I gave it too much hype, is that I've also started, on top of the other things you can see in the socials, I've started streaming, which is pretty cool. Yeah. I started properly yesterday. And Edrin's always here because he's a champion, but he also was with me playing Witcher 3. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. We're going through Witcher 3, and I'm really enjoying it. It's nice and chill. And you're a bad influence with your every other day streaming thing, and I imagine I'm going to fall down a similar rabbit hole, Mr. Miyagi. So, well, anyway, if you like, you can follow me on the same place, which is Jack O'Brien Online, and I will give you that information later. I would have done so beforehand, but I kind of wanted to let Josh know that he inspired me in a positive and negative way, which is that even more of my free time is going to be gone.
One of us. Yes, it won't consume your life, I promise.
No.
Ro, who the absolute heck are you?
Hi, I'm Ro, and I'm a performer, educator, and traveler. If you want to follow me at Crowd Adventurers, you can see travel content and photos of my dog, and hopefully fund my traveling the world and living off Instagram at some point.
Boom, I love it. What? Give us that link. Slap it up in chat. I don't have that link.
Oh, you didn't have that one?
No, I just got a thing about eight finger steeple of evil contemplation in there for you. And Dan, you erotic boy, who the absolute heck are you?
Well, hello there. Fancy seeing you around. Disclaimer for all of the sensually sensitive people out there for the following introduction. But hello, I am Dan in the meat space, D-Rab in the cyberspace. You can't find me anywhere, and that's with a T, in case I did not accentuate that enough. Cannot. Because I lurk between the pages of human consciousness, lurking underneath your very emotions, supporting you because you deserve all the love in the world.
It's technically inside you.
But consensually, of course, because that is the most sexy, erotic thing.
can
Correct.
tell already
That's
I'm going to
good.
love watching you guys. Wolfkin 2014, thanks very much. Yeah, that's Dan.
That's
I
me.
knew I could throw that to Dan. I was like, and erotic. Which one? Which Dan? Obviously Dan.
Hello.
And yes,
boy.
it is worthy to note we do have not a special guest. We have our fourth party member is finally joining us. Celinox will be joining us ad nauseum, ad permanente. And Madame and Monsieur Dama under Heron and Beings of Indeterminate Gender and Persuasion, I be Josh the Pirate. And you can find me here on my channel, Corso's Cove, where I run D&D. But you've done that. Well done. Keep doing it. On Tuesday nights I do home brewing and tactics and basically the thought process behind the D&Ds. Wednesday night we will be having a table talks with some of the Monsters and Magic crew, which is the other Humblewood campaign that runs in the same world concurrently that Dan is also in, so he's a busy boy this week. Busy, meaty boy. A lurky boy. He lurks. No meat.
Erotically.
Yeah, obviously. And if you like my face and voice,
Given.
you can find me in the erotic puppet show, Pupperotica, at Fringe World. And if you like the majestic voice, but you think I could stand to tone the face down a little bit, you can check me out in the podcast There Be Dragons, where I play the infamous and deadly pirate Scan Felspar and his little dragon, Rush. And special treat, if you do like the face and the voice, this Friday I will be on Ardana's channel for more D&D, and on Sunday night I will be on the Eldritch Scribe for even more D&D, because, say it with me everyone, I'm a slut!
Oh, that's where that was going.
That's what,
Yeah,
I've said it
I didn't
before.
Could have been anything. Could have been I like D&D. Could have been I enjoy people's company. No, just
Alright, say it with me everyone, Josh is a slut! Yeah, thank you.
I thought we were gonna have a
harlot.
It's fine.
And on that note, I must
American
remind
accent.
our baffled, confused, and possibly even bewildered audience to please like, follow, and subscribe to all the things. We have all the socials here, ! Socials. You can check out our YouTube for all of our back episodes you may have missed. It is fully up to date, which is very cool. Guess who was? Hey, man. Hey, Phil. How you
Have a
going,
nice
mate? Guess Who Oz is a fellow streamer, and I used to work with them in the meat space. He's a bloody champion. Thanks for joining us, dude. What else do I need to talk about? Our Discord! We have the cord of this. And you can join us over there for more news and info and my homebrew stuff. If I homebrew it, you can have it. I'll put it up in the Hung Drawn and Recorded. They're in the Discord. You can do all of those things. Whee! Now, very quickly, I do need to talk about a more serious topic because Ukraine, that's a place, and shit's getting fucky there. The Emergency Action Appeal is a group of charities and not-for-profits that have banded together to try and raise money to support the Ukrainian people who've been displaced by the violence in their country that they didn't ask for. And over $4 million, it's $4.3 million raised so far to help with this situation. And if you have any spare pennies in your digital wallet, it'd be super groovy if you consider donating it there or any of the other places. Or if you don't, just spread the love or spread the word or just good vibes to the Ukrainian people because they are in sore need of some good. Right. Well, that's all the things we need to talk about, other than Sirenscape, who are providing our music. And I always do this just as I think it's because it's actually a timed piece of music. That again. Do it again. It'll do it in a minute. Sirenscape provides our music. The music that will very soon be gracing your ear holes is Sirenscape, and I recommend them. Very good people. And just as soon, it's just fucking with me.
And you're get pranked.
Try a different thing.
Don't tell me what to do.
Get pranked.
And I love it because I always talk great about them and then it just fails me every time. And also Wooten Forge. They're great and they don't fail me ever. Wooten Forge are a West Australian based D&D accessories company. Based.
Yep.
Wooten Forge is based.
I can hear the voices in my head again. Let's just put Wooten Forge. Yes, they make and design high-quality wooden tabletop gaming accessories made of exotic and Australian hardwoods. And we have an affiliate link in chat. If you click the woodenforge.com/Corsairs Cove, you head on over there, and we get a sneaky kickback from any purchases you happen to make. So you can support an Australian Twitch channel and an Australian business. Or two Australian businesses, because I am also an Australian business. And this is my Jarrah dice tray, and it's fucking beautiful. It smells good too. Dan, what the heck happened last week?
Well, hello, Void.
Oh, hi, Fennec. Helvig.
Why do I get that? Why do I get that? We sound completely different and are completely different people, not puppeted by the same eldritch entity, and I'm not sure why you would confuse the two. In any
Probably
case,
the warlock thing. Sorry, Helvig.
he's not even anyway. As I sip my cup of whiskey in this goddamn foggy morning, we'd sunsetted our time beneath the boughs of Aldahot by either wrapping up loose ends or, making sure things are set in motion while Trish and I are in Barovia, because I don't know if we'll ever come back, including, but not limited to, and please pardon my generalities, because I can feel something fraying. Maybe I'm just hanging on by a fucking thread right now. Letting Tesh know about a cult, and learning of a sinister betrayal of the ruling class. Woo! Strengthening or reaffirming our own resolve to help our fellow folk due to our own personal code of morals, not imposed on us by some hypothetical figure of supernatural systems or authorities. Writing letters to our friends and or past regrets, reminding academics of their life-threatening mistakes and somehow being pranked for them, and then visiting new working class acquaintances, because that's also quite neat. One thing led to another, and we got to Barovia, and in this walled town called Kresk, there's a lot to learn. I still gotta learn that maybe stuff isn't what it seems over here, like even more so, not just in the degree of like, oh, people are just having like fake smiles. How are you? Good. How are you? Whatever. That's just the default answer.
Very
but
British.
Just because they like things like there's some creatures over here that resemble Gallus, but that doesn't mean they're sentient or Gallus. Also, they're food, which is something I need to still try and figure out.
Helvig, are you talking about chickens?
Yeah, also there was like this spooky like oh noise that was like some they were called wolves or something.
Oh.
Yeah, and anyway, one thing led to another. We're posing as a bodyguard for Smoothie, but I think I don't remember what the family that ruled Kresk was, well, like what their family name was, but I think they were like quite clued in that we were not from here.
I don't know if we
Kreskov.
got the. Oh, yeah, we did get the last name. Okay.
Kreskov.
Oh, Kreskovs, yeah, the Kreskov family. We're trying to liberate Smoothie's friend from becoming another piece of the abomination body puzzle. By delivering a shipment to the abbot, wine, I think, something like that. And the abbot is a swan folk. I'm not actually sure what a swan is.
Gallus. Probably be Gallus, Helvig.
Gallus, so like those food things.
Probably a little bit.
Okay. Also, we wanted to raise / preserve the heir of the Kreskov ruling family. There's Smoothies, like all hail Titan. I think he can help or something like that. I'm not really good at religion stuff, but look, let's just get on with it, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Cool. I also have a correction for last episode.
Oh.
Because it's a minor thing, and I will make Karen aware, because when Trish described the symbol to Kesh, the symbol on the lintel of the doorway that the kid went into, just before she got racism blocked, I didn't know, when I was asked to, like, someone said, hey, what symbol? Karen turned to me and said, what symbol? I didn't know what symbol you were talking about because I couldn't hear the other side of the conversation. I thought you were describing the Titan symbol, and I was like,
Right.
oh, so I told you it was the Titan symbol. It's not. The symbol, and I did say it in stream when I did first describe it. It's the family crest was it's an owl's claw print in silver on a quartered field on a shield. That
Right, but it's not
is what the
colored,
symbol-
right? If I
you don't
remember.
know what the colors were because it was done in wood. It wasn't painted, but it probably would have colors. The claw itself was silver.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. Well, mateys, may your thank you very much, Dan and Helvig, for that. Mateys, may your sending
problem.
spells be two-way, and all your missing acquaintances not wind up tied to beds, as we head tremulously at first, and then with mounting heat and passion into the Humblewood.
Did anybody just get about a foreshadowing, or was that just me?
No, we already know that.
Yeah.
She's tied to a bed.
Oh,
Yep.
Super
Man.
groovy.
I'm glad. I like forgetting. Everything becomes foreshadowing.
So,
I apologize.
I was pretty sure I
Question
said
mark.
this. So, you have spoken to and gained the assistance of Dmitry Krezkov, at the Burgermeister of Kresk, and his wife Anna, in exchange for assistance with their whole dead son thing. Dmitry has gone outside to exhume the corpse of his loved one, and tomorrow morning you will be given an opportunity to enter the Abbey of St. Markovia, disguised as the drivers of a cart full of wine. And I feel at this point, offer a small clarification on the issue of St. Markovia. Smoothie would be, of course, very well aware of what a saint is and who
Yes.
Markovia was, but she was a Gallus woman who led a revolt against Strahd over 150 years ago. Her followers stormed Ravenloft and, unfortunately, were all slain. A saint is a very Barovia thing, however. You don't have them in the Humblewood. Mostly because of the absence of the Amaranthines. The Amaranthines, the gods of the Humblewood, cannot get to Barovia, cannot access it, or even really know what's going on here. So, and no one can leave, so souls can't leave either. So when normally the Amaranthines would acknowledge somebody being really groovy, they can't. Those people tend to be saints. Whereas outside of Barovia, they may well be raised to Astorials, which is angels, but they can't leave. So think of them in the same footing as angels, but they are dead. They are not, however, immortal, unfortunately, whereas Astorials are, to a broad extent. So, yeah, St. Markovia, because there was a comment about it, it was like, that's not nepotism. I'm like, no, it actually isn't. She was a pretty groovy person. She nearly killed Strahd. So, yeah, that's what a saint is, and Smoothie would know that, but Helvig and Trish sure as shit wouldn't, and Celinox probably wouldn't either.
I'd probably ask if it would. I'd probably answer if it was brought up.
Yeah. I'm just sort of giving. There's way too much lore to just give Jack all of it and then let him figure it out.
Yeah. Please
Cool.
assume I will forget and be stupid.
I'll probably refer to it as a name. I'll be like, yeah, saint.
It's the first name.
Yeah. Erencia, thank you for joining us as well. Cool. Well,
Arenti is from my stream, Josh.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yes, cross promote.
Thanks for joining us, Aaron. It's her first time watching D&D, so don't be shit, guys.
Okay, I'll try and be good at this. I was considering
Tell
just
that
being
to our
crap,
dice.
but okay, here we go. So, first of all, Trish, Helvig, Smoothie, what you doing with your evening?
Gonna check out those fucking chickens. What are those?
So Dmitry Kreskov would go outside to dig up his son into the same area as the chickens. You can go with if you want. He probably wouldn't. The Barovians are an oddly very stoic people, as you have already experienced, and he probably wouldn't mind you going hello, while he dug up his son.
Yes. I mean, I'll let him go about his business as I'm investigating the chickens if they're not just like shrunkified or like hexed galluses, and then they were never aware.
The trick is they're not. They are physically markedly different from a gallus. They don't have hands, where a gallus would have.
Oh no!
But birdfolk have claw-like hands at the end of their wings.
What happened to you?
Yeah.
I just pick up a chicken.
Why?
Why?
What have they done? You maniacs! The true Planet of the Apes moment.
Yeah, I fall to my knees holding a chicken, I guess, thinking about the ramifications of this cruel world that I have we have fallen ourselves in.
And the
and the chicken bar. Oh my god.
Yeah, meanwhile, a large raccoon person is digging up a corpse. It is not in a box. He is. It's probably only like. In fact, no. It probably takes Dimitri a good half hour to exhume the body. It is not, however, in a coffin. He has been wrapped in a white blanket. And then the blanket has been sealed closed, or like the body has been tied with silver chains. Trish, what are you doing? Smoothie, how's it going? While Helvig is outside going, why? With the chicken. And Dimitri's like, do you mind if you do that over there, please?
Well,
I'm not lamenting loudly, but I am lamenting.
Right, okay. It's an internal lament.
Yes.
Holy fuck.
The mathematics you could appear, the like geometries of Gallus physiology and a chicken.
I look forward to this being a TV show.
Knowing what our mission is tomorrow, the way I'm going to spend my evening is I'm going to get a spare outfit out of my bag, and given what I've seen so far, I'm going to try and Barovify it so I can blend in more easily. Yes.
Here's the trick. The Barovians dress not dissimilarly to the way people dressed 300 years ago. As in Humblewood time, 300 years ago. So think, if you were to dress in modern dress, you would be looking for sort of Elizabethan almost. Not quite that far back, but yeah, like that sort of probably more. I think of them as Edwardian-ish. Yeah, sort of 1800s. Napoleonic Wars, that sort of era. Mm-hmm. So breeches are a thing, and ladies wear dresses. Ladies who wear trousers are unusual. I'm not saying
all right.
you two are both welcome to. They are more practical for military people, but yeah, it's not quite that prescriptive. But you know, it's sort of a well-dressed lady would probably not be wearing a pair of breeches. They would probably be wearing a skirt.
But I am a wine delivering working gal in my cover, so I'm going to go for practical but accurate to the vibe of Barovia. I'm gonna try and make one of my outfits vaguely that with my evening. That's what I'm doing. Scrounge crafting it up.
As Aaron points out, yeah, you're basically going to be LARPing. Cool. Yeah, you use Scroungecraft to manufacture yourself a disguise. I kind of want to make this a check.
Do it.
I'll give you advantage, though. Definitely.
Hell yes.
Probably be a deception with advantage.
Yes.
Deception with advantage. Hell yeah. Boom.
Just because I know you're like crazy good at sleight of hand, so I'm not making it that.
It's my roll. I'm clicking things, but they're not rolling. God damn it.
Oh no.
Great.
That's right, I have physical dice near me. Do you trust me, Josh?
Yes.
Okay. I have a +6 to deception.
We're going to get so many of them up in a minute. It's just all going to come up on the screen.
It's just going to be a bunch
Yeah.
of 20s. Yep, that's all good.
Here it goes.
Try rolling
Oh, it's
a
Helvig.
thing.
Helvig's is
That's
working.
me. I
Medicine
just tried
works.
to roll a thing. That's
Oh,
all.
Regency era or Victorian? I think Regency, Lizelle. I think Regency. That's a good way of putting it. Yeah. Regency era.
Just roll the dice anyway.
Yeah.
All right,
Just
I got a
refresh it.
17 and a 12. So 17 plus
17 plus 6. Yeah, 23. Yeah, look. I think you do a pretty good job of a Regency era outfit for a working gal. Not that kind of working gal. And sure. Anna would probably give you some pointers. And then Dimitri would... Smoothie, what are you doing with your time? Probably takes about half an hour for Dimitri to get the body out.
Yeah, honestly, he'd probably want to, if he thinks it's like he can get away with it, he'd probably go for a bit of a scout, go for a bit of a fly, see what he can see on the outside.
Oh, alrighty. Where would you be flying? It is 6 at night, so coming up on dusk.
Okay, well, we're going to sleep anyway, so let's cast a spell. I am going to cast a Humblewood spell called Globe of Twilight.
Ooh. Cool.
So basically, anyone who happens to see me then just happens to see a bat-shaped constellation as I take off.
Oh.
Nice. Very, very nice.
But I can only fly for a total of 3 minutes. So basically, I will go as fast as I possibly can, and then I will I'll probably be counting in my head because he would know. And around the 90-second mark, he'd make his way back. So it's as fast as he can do a sweep situation of the Abbey, if that's possible.
Very well. I like this. So, yeah, you are doing a swoop up and around. Make me a perception check, Smoothie. You would have advantage because it's hearing base.
All right, very good.
Ooh.
Now, give me a moment here.
Good
Have I
scout.
already done a long rest? I might have by accident. No, I haven't. Okay, all good. Now I've used all my 3rd level slots, so this is my 4th level. Pop, there it is. And perception at advantage.
Hey, Valiant. Good to see you, mate. Thanks for the lurk.
27.
Oh,
Natty 20.
Natty
Natural
20,
20.
baby. Okay, cool. Yeah, you definitely hear this, but I will tell you what you hear after we cut over to Celinox.
Cutscene.
Celinox.
Cutscene bars.
You are lying in a
the
bed.
graphics get suddenly better.
Yeah.
I am.
In a drab hospital ward. There are 11 beds beside the one you are on, and you have been tied down to it with leather straps. The cuffs preventing basically any movement. Think like a psych ward. It's like you've been tied down for your own safety. The cuffs are not crazy tight, but you can't get out. You've been here for about 2 days now, and were brought here unconscious. Merrick knocked you out before delivering you here. The only being you've seen in this time has been the bizarre figure whose entry just reawakened you. He is moving cautiously, though it is clear he doesn't fear you. He looks like an Eliran, which, for the uninitiated, is a catfolk that aren't normally native to the Humblewood, but you would be aware of what they are. Except for the fact that he has small horns and the beard of a goat that decorate his head. He walks with a limp because one leg is longer than the other and ends in a bear's paw, and his left arm has a crab's pincer instead of a hand. Perhaps the most disconcerting, and at this point I will say content warning, body horror, he has a second head on his left shoulder. About half the size of the first, its features cherubic but covered in crocodilian scales. Its eyes wandering the room, rarely resting on anything. He is carrying a wooden bowl in his pincer as he shuffles towards you. You're awake. Are you hungry?
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah. Bit hungry. Are you?
And he gets a spoon out, and he is clearly meaning to feed you this soup.
With his pincher?
No. He's got a spoon in his other hand.
Oh, fab.
His other hand is a hand. Well, it's a paw,
Right.
but...
Great. Is what's in the bowl?
Oh. Soup. I made it myself.
Fantastic.
Oh.
Make me a perception check, Celinox. If you like. You don't have to, but you'd probably be like, what's in it?
That 21.
Wow!
You can feel me nearby. We're in sync.
Yeah. You can smell it's clearly meat of some sort. It smells pretty good, actually. Like, it doesn't smell amazing. It's not the fine cuisine, but it smells quite rich and like a beef stew. Thing is, you've maybe tried beef twice because cows aren't native to the Humblewood.
It smells good, and I've been strapped to a bed for 2 days.
Yeah. He goes, and he laboriously feeds you this. And
Oh, good God.
he seems quite jovial, and you're welcome to talk to him if you want to.
Thanks, mate. What's your deal?
I'm Cloven. What's your name?
Oh, no.
Celinox.
Hi, sir.
Nice to meet you, Cloven. You been here long?
Oh, I was born here.
Right. Any chance of loosening the straps? They're a bit tight around the arms.
I'm sorry. I can't. The abbot would be very mad.
Oh. Who's the abbot?
He's the abbot. He's the one in charge. He's my master.
Right. Not your father?
No. No, Dad's down there.
Right. Your dad's here too.
Yes.
Right.
I don't like Dad, though.
Fair enough. Happens.
Where's your dad?
Far away at this point,
Oh. Do you like him?
most of the time.
That's nice.
So, Cloven, was it?
Yeah. Celinox. Cloven fishes in his robe and pulls out a bottle of wine and takes a big swig of it.
I don't mean to be. Does your dad look like you?
No. Hardly
Right.
at all. It's good.
Right. So I'm sorry. I'm not from here, so I'm sorry if I'm. But
That's okay.
what?
Are we friends, Celinox?
Well, sure. We're friends, Cloven.
I've never had a friend.
You know what friends do? They
Do you want more soup?
armbands. They loosen things for
Oh.
friends.
Oh. Make me a persuasion check, Celinox. No, another crit.
Oh,
Not
good
another
lord.
crit. Not another crit.
No.
Unfortunate. He said, I'm really sorry, friend. But if I do, the master will be very angry.
All right.
But, he says you don't have to stay here long.
Right. Oh, okay. So do you
Not
know?
much longer. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
He doesn't
So-
tell me things.
Right. And could you tell? there's been some strange noises coming from around this place.
Lots of them, yes.
Is there anyone else who might pop by?
Maybe. The abbot might come. Or the other master.
The other master?
He's very scary. But he'll probably be nice to you.
Right, why is that?
Oh, because you're very nice.
Right. All right. Well, seeing as I'm strapped to the bed, Cloven, you couldn't just... Which way do they come from? The master and the other master? They go down that way, down the hall, or that way?
Probably down the hall. Yeah, that's how I got here. There's only one door.
Right.
It's been really fun talking to you, Celinox. Unfortunately, I've got to go and feed Dad. I'll be back tomorrow, though, with more breakfast. Did you like it?
Yeah, it's great.
It's been nice seeing you, friend. And Cloven sort of stomps off. About 5 minutes later, Celinox,
Right.
you hear some bells begin to chime really loudly. And then it seems like the entire place comes aloud, and a moaning roar begins from dozens of mouths nearby. You would guess that they're within the same building, or at least very close. It takes a few seconds for you to realize that it is dozens of voices all howling, bellowing, screaming the same word with various degrees of clarity. Food. Smoothie, that's what you hear.
Cool.
As you fly around the...
Don't think I needed
Abby.
a natural 20 for that one.
No, you needed the natural 20 to
Fantastic.
make out what they were saying. You hear the bells ringing, and that's probably quite upsetting.
Oh yeah. I imagine as soon as they start happening, there's like a very awkward 8-point turn as he's like trying to like keep
Hard
his
pass.
control.
Hard
As he's like
pass.
because the sound is
Yes.
just overwhelming.
Then I will tell you one more piece, actually, Smoothie. As you are looking at it from the village, the abbey would be side on. The screaming is coming from the left-hand side, the side near the entrance.
Yeah. Can I figure out based on the sending message that I had with Celinox what wing she's in? Can I make my way by those windows?
What Celinox said.
She said she gave information, and I believe the Burgermeister confirmed that she would be in the eastern
under the
wing.
bell tower, which is he
God,
said
I'm gonna head towards the damn noise.
Yeah, he said probably the bell tower, which would be middle of the place. So not near the screaming.
Cool.
Well,
All right.
that's nice.
Not overly near the screaming. The whole place isn't huge.
Can I just confirm there was no one else in the other beds? I'm assuming.
Yeah,
You said 11
no.
beds. Yeah, cool.
The others are all made, but not neatly. And in fact, that's what Smoothie hears. Smoothie returns. Celinox, if you do want to...
Hang on. I do want to do something real quick. I don't have a lot of time. I want to quickly see what I can see through the windows, if anything, 'cause that's the point of this.
Okay.
And I will take the stardust that surrounds me and just kind of put it towards the window. He knows that Celinox probably can't see, but he wants to give her something just in case, just to kind of indicate that there's something nearby. So basically, it's the equivalence of like a tiny little prestidigitation maybe, or like a pebble on the window, just to kind of go like, hey, you're not alone situation.
Okay. Let me just check the map. Is there a window to the particular room that Celinox is in? Yes. Yes, but you, Celinox can see the window from where she is, but seeing Celinox from the window would be... You get a flash of her. She's quite away from the window.
Yeah. That's fine. He's
You
not
could take a
necessarily...
stab at which room. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
With the nat 20.
It's more about leaving the message more than
Sure.
anything. He'll figure it out one way or another. But if he can leave that bit of stardust, he'll be fine with that.
Sure. Alrighty. So yeah, Celinox, shortly after the bells, you hear a rattling on the window, like someone's thrown a pebble at it, and then a second. That's basically all the flight time Smoothie has, but yeah. Someone definitely threw a pebble at the window, and it probably wasn't to fuck with you. You can see the room around you. Yeah, the beds are made, but not particularly well. The sheets are not clean, exactly. This is not a hygienic place. You maybe think it's odd that you haven't needed the bathroom yet. You've been here for 2 days, but you don't.
I don't like it.
It's magic, man. Would you like to do anything, try anything, be anything?
Is there any at the window? Are there any bars or anything on the window, or is the window just a glass window?
The window is a glass, lead-lined window, small bits of glass held by lead. Think Tudor.
All right. And the door,
is a reasonably strong-looking wooden affair with steel banding.
Mm-hmm. The leather straps.
Yes.
At this point, if I just pull against them, I don't really have anything that I can yet.
Yeah, you can make a strength check to try and break them.
Yeah, I'll give it a go. I've just woken up, so let's see how we go.
Come on, Celinox. Athletics, if you like.
Athletics, sure. Oh, yes, thank you. Did it go?
There we go.
Yeah. With my +8, and I roll a 2.
Yeah, Celinox, you strain at it, but your 2 days of forced inactivity have just left you cramped, and it's you've been in the same position for 2 days. You're probably really stiff and sore. It's not like, I feel really well, I've had 2 nights sleep.
Yeah.
You have a bump on your head from when someone knocked you out. It was probably Ruffles. You're actually not sure who knocked you unconscious. Ruffle and Merrick were both there.
And am I still wearing any of my armor? Or
you are wearing
my armor or sword or anything around me?
Your armaments are gone, but your armor is still there on you. You don't have a shield or anything, but you're still fully clothed.
That's a good start.
Yeah.
And I don't have any extra limbs at this point in time.
Oh, no, sorry, I forgot to mention, you have 4 extra wings and a second tail.
Fuck you.
I knew there was something. Oh, silly me.
All right,
No. You do not appear to have been modified in any meaningful way, except maybe you lost a bladder. Cool. Alrighty, well, back to the others. Smoothie, you throw a couple of pebbles at the window of the room you think was the infirmary.
Mm-hmm. I just head back and fret all night long.
Well, a body is brought
worry.
in for you to cast magic on.
I can't cast until tomorrow, so I tell them as much.
Sure. All right.
And I would have mentioned that.
Yeah, no. Anna would still clean the body up. Been underground. It's been in a funeral shroud, but it's still been underground for 2 days in a funeral shroud. So yeah. The body does still look reasonably good. It's very cold, particularly in the ground.
Yeah.
So yeah, they clearly maintained it while before it was buried. Boy looks about 14, or sort of mid-teens, but I can't remember exactly how fast Mapak age. But yeah, mid-teens. I think actually they age around about human speed. So he was 14, and
actually, you know what? I can cast this now. I've just had a look at this, and I will do so. I have a spell that can, at the very least, I'm going to have to cast a new spell to open the window, but at the very least, we can make them not undead. So I'm going to cast Ceremony, which I have already prepared.
Sure.
And I'm going to use the Funeral Rite option, which is touching one corpse for the next 7 days. The target can't become undead by any means short of a wish spell.
Ooh.
And then I'm going to look at Anna as I do it, and I'm imagining that essentially I try to like make movements around the room that kind of match the Titan wing symbol around before I place my hand on his chest. That's just me flavoring it up. And as I do so, I will probably look at her and I just go, the real question is, Anna, this is your boy, and I can't promise his safety, but you want me to ask for the help of this Cloven fellow?
Abbott, the Abbott, not Cloven. They haven't mentioned Cloven.
I see. Of the Abbott?
I think so, yes.
Okay. Well, do you want to keep him here, or do you want to have him take a journey with us?
We would rather keep him here.
Okay.
If this can be possible. If we must send him
I
up.
don't know. You know the Abbot better than me. Do you think it's possible that he's willing to play ball with us? Do you know him? What can we offer him?
Anna doesn't know him at all, but Dimitri is there as well, let's say. And Dimitri would say, I think the Abbot could possibly be persuaded. He is, as I say, I think, a good man, though insane.
Okay.
You think he has your friend?
This is a fellow with two heads, correct?
No. He is a swan.
Celinox, the person I'm trying to rescue, has mentioned someone with two heads, sir.
Dimitri gives you a look. A sort of Josh will remind Jack that he did describe last week about
yeah, and he said to keep his mouth shut. Yeah, okay, redacted.
He's fine with you.
No,
having...
that's Jack forgetting. That's Jack forgetting. Smoothie would remember that. Okay, but I will give him a look to indicate that we need a private conversation then, if that's the case.
Okay. Is the work here done?
Yes, I think so, but I do have a question, sir. Have you asked him to do anything like this before? You've lost a lot of your family. Why would he help you now?
Come with me into my study. We talk about the diamond. And my love, we will bring him back. And she nods stiffly and stays with her son. Trish is sewing in the main room, and thank you very much, Aaron. And hey, Family Fantasy RPG, good to see you. Yes, and he takes you into his office and he sits down, and you see the chair that creaks under his weight. He's a big guy, not fat, big, broad, and sits down and gestures a chair across from him, a finely carved, high-backed wooden affair. And says,
I imagine
please.
It's like a toddler sitting in a dog
no, the other one is far more reasonably sized. It's probably not. You're still small, but it doesn't dwarf you.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
He says, "Thank you for not mentioning the others. My wife has never been up to the Abbey.
Yeah.
There are gatekeepers, the abbot's servants, some of these family, the Bellevues. They are, yes, odd creatures. Part person and part animal.
Okay. Okay. Here's
But
the way I'm looking at this. We have two goals, and I don't know how we can make them align at the moment. I promise I'm going to do my best, but you got to understand, I need to free my friend, and they might not want to free her. And you want to bring back your son, and they might not want to do that. So that's two things they don't want to do unless we give them an offer. What do we have to offer them?
You must find out what they want. Everyone in Barovia wants something. And few will do something for nothing. However,
Okay.
the abbot, as I said, he is good. He has done healing before. The Bellevues, when they arrive, they were sick, dying, bits falling off them. He cured them.
Okay.
Then the experiments began. For a time, they were healthy.
Okay.
And I must be clear, they do not view what was done to them as a bad thing. The Bellevues like it.
I think I'm gonna have to. It's imperative I get my friend back, sir. So here's what I'm gonna tell you the truth here. I'm gonna try it with this fellow. I'm gonna take your advice. I'm gonna try and see what he wants. I'm gonna try and negotiate. But if it doesn't work, and if he doesn't want to play ball, then I've got to send my friend in, and she's gonna sneak in, and she's gonna rescue my friend. And I will do my utmost to find a way around and to make it work. But if I can't, I need you to know that that's my priority at the moment. I'm sorry.
I understand. You have given us hope.
I feel
It's a
like that
valuable
might have been
thing
a
today.
disservice to you.
Hope is never a bad thing to have. I do not want to be the last Kreskov.
That I can understand. So
Who knows? Maybe you will save us all. Without wanting to put too much pressure on the young shoulders.
well, that is what I've been tasked to do. But trust me, I'm just standing behind people who know how to do it better. If I get any credit, it's a fluke.
You want my advice on this?
Sure.
Take it one task at a time. Kresk was not built in a day.
But she could be.
So take that task. You are not alone. You can accomplish both missions simultaneously, yes? You have 3 of you. You are the one who knows what to do. Talk to the abbot. You have a sneaky friend. Send them for Celinox. You and the metal one. Talk to the abbot. This seems like a good division of labor.
Yep.
You can have your cake and eat it. You just need more than 2 hands.
I just don't want to. I don't want my friend to be hurt. She helped me. And
I
she's
know.
brave, you know. I talked to her and she brushed it off, but she's tied to a table. It's my fault.
fault is not yours. I saw her when she comes back. This Ruffles. If fault you made was trusting wrong person. Like Hope, trust should not be a fault. But learn from this. I will not give you too much advice at once. Young minds do not absorb it well.
That's what Grandpa always said, yeah.
I believe Anna will be preparing dinner, but I do not have beds for all three of you. The inn,
That's
however,
okay.
can be prevailed upon. I will write you a letter. So, see to your friends. In the morning, I will call for you and send the cart. You can drive it up the way. And then you can save your friend and my Ilya.
I'll do my best, sir.
I know you will. Your grandfather was a good man. He raised you well.
Thank you.
Cool. Helvig, how's your conversation with the chicken going?
It's not going.
A bit one-sided, yeah.
I asked.
Please help me!
I kindly asked the chicken a bunch of like basic things I learned in the avium about like the Doctor ABC of
Oh, Lord.
checking that they are still conscious and are able to, communicate with me effectively. But it's not. I fail in every single step.
Yeah.
And then I think that the chicken does some random thing, like look over at a different like part of the coop, and I go, oh, maybe that's not. I am hanging onto her. No, I put the chicken down, but while I am looking over, do they look healthy?
Yeah.
I'm here mostly to see if it has like just the fog or whatever it is, the atmosphere of
A
this
nature
dreary place. Yeah, if
To
it's
determine the health of chickens. I fucking love D&D.
Yep.
22.
22. These look very healthy chickens. Very well kept.
Cool.
The nest, the coop that they live in looks a bit like, oh shit, I wouldn't live in this, but I've seen worse houses. A lot of straw. I prefer a bed, but straw makes a serviceable bed. You are familiar with it because it looks like where you would keep livestock, like bugs and so forth.
Yeah.
Looks like a place where you'd house livestock, and I guess it probably dawns on you a little bit how the locals view these creatures. But then you see a nest of eggs.
Oh.
And one of the chickens comes in and sits down. Looks quite happy.
Oh. Well, at least I put the chicken down that I have been holding.
He dashes away, but then just goes to a corner and eats some grain.
What are you doing?
Oh, hi, Smoothie. I kind of like dust myself off as I stand up. I was just wondering what these chicken things were. Also, if it's just me or if the mood is very dreary or something in the
Oh, no, it's not just you.
air.
No.
I don't know if there was like some life sapping thing, but they seem okay, so I'm less worried about it. That's all.
Okay.
Where were you?
I was talking to the boss man.
Oh, okay.
And we're gonna be a little stretched, but we can have a chat. We're gonna head to the inn. I think we've got a free night at the inn, so score.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Can't promise they'll have mashed potato, but maybe.
That'd be great.
Oh no. Don't tell me the potatoes here have actual eyes.
Yours don't?
Fun story.
Yeah.
All potatoes have eyes.
Even though actual ones.
I mean, I didn't want to tell you. It's like the best part. It's like.
Smoothie, roll deception.
I feel like I don't even need to roll this insight. I'm gonna roll it anyway. Yeah.
Oh, amazing. 12 versus 6. Helvig, yeah, you dead set think these people eat sentient potatoes.
And I will hold it for like 3 seconds. I go, no.
Ha ha ha. Funny. Yeah, you got me.
Hey, I had this exact same thing eating bugs. So welcome to the club. Let's find Trish and let's get moving, shall we?
Yeah, let's.
You are.
Trish struts out in her new digs. What do we think? Do I blend in?
Yeah.
Are you and what have you done with Trish Caper?
I'm a local Barovian. I'm not Trish.
Rah, you look really appropriate.
Anna.
I'll just
Anna
use
would-
my wings to kind of like make you look dramatic or something.
Yeah. Improvised cloak of billowing.
Oh,
Oh, God.
somebody needs to be nuked.
Ban! Yeah. This is why we don't leave our accounts unattended, everybody. Because that's what happens. Ban the bots! Ban them!
Trish gets mad views in this new outfit.
Yeah, Anna would say, sadly, I would also point out your tail, my dear, is far too fluffy.
Oh,
Oh no.
you're
This is
probably
the-
right.
This is the worst.
Can't you just
sacrifice.
hide it in your briefs?
Not
Or is that too weird?
It is enormous.
Okay.
Trish's tail, if you remember the old artwork, Trish's tail is like half again her size.
Yeah, okay. It's like Smoothie's ears.
It's got a lot of body.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a very heavy heart, Trish just sort of sweeps her tail across the dirt to sort of flatten it and make it a bit less fabulous.
Anna would pat you on the shoulder and says, I have the tail oil. Come back once you're done.
Thank you.
It's a map patch thing. You'll understand. And thank you for the follow, Aaron. Good on you. Yeah, cool. So the night passes relatively uneventfully, with the possible exception of that dinner is chicken stew.
I'm just not going to tell them.
It's just really good. What
Yeah.
is it? I don't ask that. I take that last question.
Yeah. Like, if you had said it, I would say halfway through a bowl. Do you really want to know?
Nope.
Nope.
There could be potato eyes in there. Yeah, Joe.
And Trish goes, what?
Like grasshopper, I'm into it. It's nice.
Yeah. Grasshopper.
Everything tastes like grasshopper.
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 Delicious grasshopper. Yeah, that's why everything tastes like grasshopper. Because machines couldn't
God.
figure out what to make grasshopper taste like. That's why grasshopper
Right.
tastes like everything. Hey, Omi, good to see you. Not the tail. Trauma unlocked. Eating grasshopper, but it's actually chicken. Cool. All right. The following day. Well, actually.
This is why I've never asked Bennick what anybody tastes like.
Cool. Well, Ro, Celinox, what have you been doing with your evening? Super busy person.
Well, I had a very busy evening tied to my bed.
Like, have you?
Um,
Is there any plans? Are you trying to formulate an escape?
Well, once I discovered that the moaning and roaring of food was not coming closer, I recovered. I'm assuming it wasn't coming closer because there was
No.
a minute there where okay, so
You heard some
good.
banging. You heard a series of banging, like metal doors being opened and closed, slammed open and closed, and the moaning and roaring progressively stopped. As it would be a fair inference that whoever was shouting was being fed.
Right, okay. Because the food for a minute there was.
Very
I just had
unnerving, yeah.
I'm not the food. Fantastic.
Oh, good. They haven't modified me, but I might be dinner.
So that's all good. I would be looking. Celinox would be looking around the room to see if there was any other potential way out of the room. So like vents or.
Yeah, make me a. Make me another perception check. Yes, Omi. New player. The windows and the door would seem to be the only ways in or out. Your vision is a little bit restricted. You are in the corner bed of 12. 2 rows of 6. The room is 60 feet long. And whilst you do have dark vision, it is quite dim in here. No, actually, sorry, I do apologize. You're not. You are in the middle of one of the 2 rows. You're in the 3rd bed along of 6. 4th bed along of 6 from left to right. And further from the window. And, The only other thing you would notice about this room is that it is dark in here. Like, darker than you would think it should be.
Mm-hmm.
But with that perception, you don't get very much more than that.
Yeah, that's fair. And every now and then I just do another try and either get my talons at the straps.
Make me an attack roll with disadvantage. With your talons.
Talons. Oh, disadvantage. I don't know how to do that
Oof,
on the app.
Rough.
Right.
That's probably
Right-click
it.
It's probably not going to be worse than that.
I can go one more time if you want.
If you
Or
like.
you can just say I
We
fail.
can find out. You definitely fail.
Yeah.
It's just really hard. I'm not going to say you don't manage it. It's really just to determine how long it takes you with one talon to sort of slowly scratch your way through a thick, hardened leather strap. So you're probably looking at quite a while.
I mean, I've got time.
Yeah. All
I'm
you have
tied
is
to a
time.
bed.
Yeah. And you've had a good night's sleep. So yeah. Celinox. Around 3 in the morning, you would get. It's really impossible for you to tell, but
Yeah.
let's say 3 in the morning. It's hard to tell time of day. You can't see. You can't really see out the window, but pretty much you've been quietly just sort of focusing on one wrist. You managed to twist your body a little bit so you can get one wrist a little better. And you're like, maybe tomorrow. I could probably get this out by tomorrow. And once one is off, the second will be fucking easy. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, we're good. We don't have to talk to the 2-headed weirdo again. Brilliant. Then you sort of so your attention is not around yourself particularly well. You don't hear anyone come in, or the door has rusty hinges as well. That is important to note. There is a figure standing at the foot of your bed.
Fantastic.
They are completely in shadow. The room is dim, but you have dark vision. You're an owl. However, their face is still they are just a silhouette. Even to your dark vision, they are just a silhouette.
Have I noticed them yet, or am I?
Yes. Yeah. You just sort of
okay, so I. Okay.
hello.
G'day. Can I help you?
The shadows in the room seem to flee from this being. and he actually, like, what everything else sort of gets a little darker, and he comes into sort of clarity and focus.
No.
His face becomes visible. Standing before you is a handsome Pterin. His face is mature, but with an ageless quality. His fur dark black on the sides of and top of his head, and down his back. But while what you can see of his chest fur is a dark brown. Dark grey rather. He is wearing an elegant outfit of red and black, which, while you are no fashionista, you would know is very out of date. He smiles widely, and you can make out a pair of very overdeveloped canine teeth as he speaks. Hello, my dear.
Yeah. Nice to see you again.
Impolite of I know. You have been in my country for nearly 2 weeks at my invitation, and I have yet to properly introduce myself. I am Count Strad Mikhail Gospodov Tibritsi von Tsarevich, Crown Prince of Barovia.
Pleasure.
There is no need to flatter.
Oh, shit.
Well, I have seen you twice now, and I don't really understand why you've got me tied to a bed. Any chance you can fix this for me?
He smiles extremely broadly and says, I have not tied you to a bed. You are merely tied to a bed.
I am tied to a bed, and you are standing at the end of the bed. You could possibly untie me from the bed.
Now, where would the fun of that be?
Well, I mean, I thought at some point you said...
You are a resourceful person. I am sure you will be able to free yourself. If you wait long enough, I'm sure your friends will come for you.
But, well, are you hanging around? Like, what friends? Nah, no one's coming for me. I don't know anyone. You dragged me here like a couple of weeks ago. I don't know anyone in here. Don't know what you're talking about.
This is my country. I know all those who enter it. Your little friend, the priest, he is back. And he brings with him very interesting people.
Well,
I'm sure they will be here for you soon.
And wouldn't it be more interesting if I wasn't tied to the bed?
The abbot has his reasons, and I would not want to interfere with his exploits.
Right, okay, so I'm here because of the abbot, not because of you.
You are in the bed because of the abbot. You are here because of me.
Yeah, well, yeah.
For this, I apologize. I am curious about you. And the best way to learn about anyone is to watch them.
I thought you were going to say to tie them to a bed.
I have learned much about you from having seen you tied to a bed.
Fantastic.
Not the physical way, my dear. I am not so crass. the way you
Jeez.
deal with being tied to a bed. In this particular instance, I would be just as fascinated to watch you eat soup. The way you do a thing, the way you react, you are tied down in the presence of a man you should rightly fear, and yet you are bold. You speak out of turn. You do not act deferential, you are proud. I respect these things. You may well be perfect.
For what?
Oh, now. That would be telling. It has been a pleasure to finally talk Celinox. I will see you again soon. And
Fantastic.
Strahd smiles, his teeth glow brightly in the gloom, as the shadows seem to return around him and his form slowly melts into the mist. The last to disappear is his face, and when the mist seeps out of the window, you are, pardon me, once again alone.
Great. I'm gonna be a little bit more
Scratch.
Yeah. Today would be better than tomorrow.
And I think that might be a good place to take a little breaklet. Guys, thank you so much. It's been awesome. Yeah, I
Fuck
hope you
off.
enjoy. Yeah. Alrighty.
I'm
believe
not
I
gonna
haven't seen this
betray you, Jack.
That's
Freaking
what she
out in the
says right now.
conversation.
God, never trust.
It will all become clear.
Celinox did mention before that they'd met Strahd already.
Don't remember that low. No.
Avast and ahoy and g'day, mateys. We be
Yeah.
back. Chat commands don't appear to be working, but never mind. Let's continue. Cool things happened before the break, and now, cool and groovy
Glad
stuff
I wasn't
is
aware of that.
continuing. Yeah, you clearly weren't paying attention. Fish, Helvig, Smoothie, you sleep extremely well, and are not your rest is not interrupted in any way by a 6-foot bat folk grinning at you from the foot of your bed.
No, just by
Lucky
guilt.
you.
Just by
Love it.
guilt and trauma.
I love it.
Cool.
All right. It's raiding time.
Ready? We're only halfway through the session. Oh, I see.
Raiding time.
Let's go for a raid. All right. So, following morning sort of shuffles around. It does not break. It really just sort of arrives pretty unceremoniously, like, boom! We're kind of here, I guess. Do what you want. That's how the morning enters in Barovia. And, there is a... Oh. Okay. A cart pulled by a creature that looks vaguely like a servant, but on all fours, pulls up outside. It's clearly not a servant though. Like its feet are all 4 feet are hooves. It's got a long swishing tail. Servant have quite short tails. It doesn't have horns or anything. Quite a big thing as well. It's probably sort of 6 foot at the shoulder. The driver, who is a Jabin, says, "I was told by the Burgermeister that you were taking it up today. Thanks for saving me the trip."
You're welcome. It's a horse, by the way, guys. Horse.
I think it's not wearing pants.
Wait, that's multiple whores? Oh no.
Depends on my
Oh
whore.
no.
Feel like I can't look at it. It's really uncomfortable.
Why would they call it that?
Try not to look at its balls in general is a good thing. A good message for life.
Oh, this
yeah.
is a gelding.
Yeah.
This is definitely
It's
a gelding.
usually easier when people wear pants.
You didn't describe that it was a girl, so I made it up.
I didn't say it was a girl. I said it's a gelding.
Gelding. All right. Right.
Give you a stallion to pull a cart.
This is whatever. It's worse culture shock than smoothies. No, they're just taking it worse than me. I'm
Yeah.
a stoic.
Yeah. Accepting. I'm mildly
They
curious.
can't accept my culture. I ate
Just-
your fucking bugs.
It's because the
I think this
atmosphere
is the
was so
difference.
nice in Humblewood.
Well, I also
Here
think
it's
that
like
in
the air will
Barovia
kill
there
me.
isn't there isn't human-shaped bugs walking around saying, "Hey, how'd you do?" You guys actively eat things that look like people where they're from. Anyway,
Smith doesn't give a shit. Jack just thinks it's funny.
yeah, it definitely is. Josh does not disagree. The Void thinks it's absolutely hilarious. Cool. So you mount up. Trish, you maybe. Who would be driving?
God, not me.
Me,
And
presumably.
What has been done to disguise Smoothie and Helvig, who are of the three of you, Trish is the only one who probably could have passed for a humble Rovian beforehand.
I have surrendered to the fact that I can't disguise myself, and whoever questions my ability to exist in this fucking place will answer to my goddamn fists. So let's just leave it
Yeah,
at
that's
that.
a great idea when
Love
we're
it.
fighting the entire nation.
One small abbey at the moment. Smoothie, have you made any effort to disguise the fact that you're
I
clearly a
did
Titan
mention that I
worshipper?
tried to cover my stuff with mud the last session we did.
Yep,
And if there's a cloak that I can borrow, then I'll borrow it.
Oh, yeah. Anna would have several that would fit you, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. And I will also preemptively cast enhance ability on Trish. So you have advantage on
Actually-
stealth.
Nice.
On
I'll
dexterity stuff in general, I should say.
I'll stop you doing that. You should save your stuff. I'll do it. It's fine.
Okay.
But you've got like two things.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're a warlock.
whatever.
Okay.
I'm not gonna use in like. It's a level 4. I only have 2 of them, and maybe I can take a nap in the crazy abbot place. Because why not? I might as well be desensitized to it all. Enhance ability in all 3 of them.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay. Shit. You enhance ability on all three of you. Which ability
Yeah.
is Trish's
I gave her
dex,
dexterity.
probably.
I know that we I can do it at different skills for all 3 of us, right? Yeah, dexterity for Trish, and honestly, charisma for the 2 of us.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
And let's say, for the sake of brevity, that we already kind of know what I was discussing with the Burgermeister, that Trish is going to bugger off at some point and see what we can find out. And then once we have agreement or I brought a son back, then you can do the proper busting out, because they're probably not going to be down with it.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
Okay.
this is Helvig without his coffee.
Yeah, apparently so.
So man.
Woke up and chose
Is
murder.
this cover?
Okay.
So what sort
cool.
of an owl am I looking for? Is she like a white owl? Is she a brown owl?
Oh, that's a good question.
Valid point. Celinox, describe yourself. Who is
in a
currently
minute.
tied down?
That was good.
Ooh.
She
Ooh,
is
yeah.
so she's got white and brown feathers. You got both of them. Look at you go.
Nice.
Whoa.
The main feature of her face are her large golden eyes, and pronounced beak. She wears a green scarf, and on the green scarf there's a gold charm that has a stick in a circle and a talon on it. And yeah, she's got brown and white feathers that flap out a bit around her face and then go smooth around the rest of her.
Does she have like the sticky uppy thing that an owl has, or is it flat on the
Not a
top?
horned owl.
No, just around her eyes, but not
Right.
up in the air.
Cool,
Okay.
Cool. Love it.
All right.
Trish
I
has it
will
locked in.
describe all those things. Yes.
Love it.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Awesome. Anyone clipping that for Daria? Don't worry, I mean, it's already been sent to Daria.
En route. Yeah.
Daria unfortunately had to go to organize a funeral, so the art has been delayed a little bit. She's, I believe, fine, but it's not her funeral. Yeah.
I mean, that would be somewhat difficult to organize. Yeah.
It's really awkward.
Darius like gotta.
You bitches can't even organize a funeral for me. I'm dead.
So yeah, you, Smoothie, you would drive probably because the other two have never driven a horse. However, as you drive, Trish would probably realize that it's exactly the same as driving a bug. A buggy, a horse-drawn buggy, if you will. And Helvig, you probably, I imagine you're in the back. Helvig is the rear guard always.
Yeah.
So Helvig is in the back of the cart with the wine. Helvig, it would be the best part of 100 bottles of wine in here, and you are told that they do this delivery every 2 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll burn one of my lives to pull a res on top.
Yeah, it's like, what did they do with it all?
Yeah, interesting.
I try and summon Pier. I have not done that in Barovia.
Pier.
Nice one.
You okay, buddy?
I've done it so many times. Helvig, knowing what you know, Dan, where does he manifest? How does he manifest? He comes from within you.
Oh.
Any mouth.
Dragon.
I didn't describe the enhanceability because it felt very like low particle effects. It was just like, yeah, we're all having fun. Everything's great. We're gonna just save your spell. I'm just gonna do it like this, bam, and then we'll get on with our lives. But here comes out what looks like a dome around where the central chest area is for Helvig. Made up of what looks to be like a weave of like crisscrossing like ribbons or bands.
Sure.
Kind of like fray in the middle and like unfurl out, blooming, and the bands. Yeah, and then the bands kind of like flare outwards, and then out comes like in a. It's almost like somebody made a woven depiction of Pier out of those string type things. And then it kind of like all congeals together, and then his actual form appears. And then
plates sort of slide in over themselves. And I'm imagining this like a transformer in the Michael Bay Abominations, sort of reassembling themselves. Very cool. Very, very cool, Dan. I love that. Yeah, you should have taken your break when you had a chance, Aaron. Cool. Yeah, they're gonna drive up the road, and Pierre appears. Do you do anything with him? Say anything? Smoothie's met this creature once before. I would say, Dan, unless you want, he doesn't look any different than the last time you had him in Old. When he wrote his
I think he's the same. Yeah, he's still like half his old body, half mechanized, whatever. I think that was the description before.
Pretty much.
Yeah, he's still his own entity, so he gets to. Yeah. That's it. I mean, that's his identity. So. I'm like, how are you? First of all, I was scared to summon you here. Second, if you do me a solid and just like keep an eye out as we travel in case we get accosted by some random flying thing that looks like, I don't know, another creature that's apparently like maybe like Bennick this time. But like will kill us.
So the first one he says, Beer, good. Hold here.
Yeah.
And then the second one is Peer. And you know the way a cat like arcs its back and tail shoots up? He does that, and his wings flare out as well as he stands on his shoulder like, guarding you. Guard.
Could you explain
Great.
where I've seen Pierre before? Because there was a cutscene with Pierre, but he was by himself. Is the only time I remember it.
I do think he was just out and about with...
Not to my knowledge.
I don't think so.
Might have been Jack going like, who is this character?
Yeah, I was
yeah,
asking
it was
about it
just
because
that-
Jack
right,
didn't
right,
know,
right.
but
So
Smoothie has never seen it.
Smoothie has never seen this thing. Smoothie,
Yeah,
you
no, I'm at the
notice
back.
Helvig just extrude a giant...
I hear the conversation though.
a decent-sized serpent,
Yeah,
and you hear
you hear the
something-
convo for sure.
a high-pitched voice going, Beer!
Yeah, good job, buddy.
What's that?
It's familiar.
No, it's not familiar to me. That's why I'm asking.
It's
Helvig getting to turn the culture shock right back around.
it's called a familiar. It's my pet, I guess.
That's cool. Hey, buddy.
Beer?
Can I?
I know. I'm trying to explain it a different way, Pierre.
Am I allowed to?
I mean, do you want to, Pierre? I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah. I can. Yeah.
Beer! So
Pierre's
I'm my
okay,
own
I think.
person again? Is that true? Beer?
Why are you being sassy with me? Do you want to be unstubborn right
Can
now?
I understand him speaking
No.
common or whatever?
No. He says Pier, and Helvig hears what he means very simplistically in his mind.
Right. Okay.
Nani?
Is that okay?
Pier. And it's like, he doesn't roll his eyes, but Helvig hears like I'm rolling my eyes so hard. And he runs along the edge, runs along the top of the bottles.
Yeah.
And sits next to you on the bench, on the driving bench. So I'm imagining Trish is on one side, Smoothie's in the middle, and then Pierre is sitting
I'll
on the
tell
other.
you what, buddy. You seem like your own person. You wanna grab the other rein? We'll do it together. Ready?
Pierre. Pierre is like the size of a house cat. He's probably not strong enough.
Yes, that's why I'm holding it. You know how like you have a controller that's off when a toddler plays video games?
Okay.
It's like that.
Pierre's like, Pierre? Dan, you can call this. I don't know. Would Pierre recognize the patriotism?
Considering how fucking sassy he just made me, probably. What a fuck, Pierre. I thought we were bros.
Pierre's like, Pierre looks up and is like, Pierre. Like, and you hear, you drive.
This is among the weirder things that I've had to do. Okay. I'm gonna just act like he's not there until I get to the thing.
He came up to you so that you could scritch him.
Oh right. Okay. Cool. Yeah. I was mostly just trying to recognize his agency rather than patronize and patting him on the head. And apparently that made it worse. So I'll scratch him under the chin.
He presents his jawline where he likes being scritched the most. He's like, I'm my own person, but I am also an animal.
I also enjoy the screeches. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
For reals, don't
All right.
patronize the dragon.
All
Hey,
right,
Phoenix.
Pierre.
Good to see you.
Whatever.
Anyway, off we go.
Yeah, he's okay.
Bakugan. Whatever.
Cool. You
So-
scritches are universal. Exactly.
Yep.
So yeah, you carry on up. It is a long and winding road to get up to the top at the Abbey because it's a very, very steep cliff, and basically the road is carved into it, so you have to do a lot of zigzags to get up there. But you do. And let's go and find my notes on it. The gravel road passes between two small stone outbuildings. To either side of which stretches a 5-foot-high wall of tumbled stone held together with mortar. Blocking the road are iron gates attached to the outbuildings on rusty hinges. They appear to be unlocked. Though viewed through the gates, the stone abbey stands quiet. Its two wings are joined by a 15-foot curtain wall. A belfry protrudes from the roof of the north wing, which also sports a chimney billowing grey smoke. Yeah. What do you do?
Is there someone obvious that we can speak to, or
No.
I will park where it seems like people park. I'll follow the tracks to.
You pull up to the gates and go, whoa, Nelly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, good job here. You did it.
Yeah.
I will just go, ho there, anyone?
Cool. Can I get Zedran? No, you know what? Because she's new, I'm assuming a she. I could be wrong. Aaron, would you mind doing me the immense favor of typing !roll, then spacebar, the number 2 in chat, please. Evans, it's Otto. Who the fuck is Nelly?
I didn't say.
That was Trisha's exact thought.
Oh, did Aaron run for a drink?
You must
may
have.
have.
Yeah.
In which case, Zedran, we'll find something else for Aaron to roll later. Whichever happens first. Number. Yeah.
Oh,
Here we go. Aaron.
what?
They're here. Okay. Aaron Zia, would you mind typing !roll, then spacebar, the number 2. !roll space 2.
Like that,
Like
but
that.
without the quotation marks.
That's the one. All of those things. Any of those things. That will generate me a number between 1 and 2. That will determine who wakes up.
Oh no!
So close, but with
With an L.
L instead of an E. It's not role playing, it's rolling.
That would make sense, though. We are role
Yeah,
playing.
totally. No.
Wolfkin, thank you
Hey,
very
I
much for the
see it.
sub,
thank
you
you.
bloody champion. Wolfkin, you may choose one of our wonderful players to give inspiration to.
If, oh no. I hope they're not just lurking though.
The pressure is building.
I'm so scared. Who the fuck's Otto? Who's Otto?
There it is. Oh, that's
Is your
right.
ball broken,
Oh,
son?
it's not working,
Our
though.
bots are
Lol.
broken.
She actually did it right.
Oh, you did it.
I'm
Hey, I got
so sorry,
inspiration.
Aaron. Tell you what, Aaron, literally choose a number between 1 and 2.
Do it!
It's not you,
It's not you, Aaron.
It's actually
not
not you,
you.
it's me.
Broken.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
not,
my
it's
chat
not you.
commands are busted. I don't know
you
why.
got it.
Sometimes Twitch just breaks for some reason. I would have
Pick
to
a number
restart the
between 1 and
stream,
2, darling.
So I just can't be bothered.
You got it,
Yeah,
I believe.
just any number between 1 and 2. Either of those.
Not the decimals.
Ideally, an integer. Yeah.
Yeah, any integer number.
I will roll. I will round up or
1
down
or
if
2.
I get a. There you go. 2. Okay.
2.
I said
Marvelous.
evens was Otto. It's Otto.
Okay.
Cool. Oh, that was
Who's
hard. Okay.
I don't know if that's good or bad. Who the fuck is Otto?
Could
What's
be
an
bad.
Otto?
Could be great.
Thank you for the inspiration, Wilkin.
Smoothie gets inspiration. Thank you, Wolfkin. Champion.
It's an-
Alrighty. So yeah, as you pull up to the gate, an odd sight greets you. As you spot a mound of furs by the gate. A third arm comes out and pulls off the layers, sort of reaches out and then just sort of rips off the layers, rising to a painful-looking crouch. A figure with a mishmash of features studies you, blinking sleep from its eyes. The being has the features of a Vulpin and an Elurin, as well as a
Lovely.
tail that would look odd on either and ears that just straight up don't match. Smoothie, one of the ears is that of a donkey, as is the tail.
I see. I'm going to keep my poker face to the best of my ability. I knew that this might happen, so I will just go. Ho! We bring the we bring the delivery for the abbot. We've got his wine.
And yes, the person tilts his head to the side, and then his jowls sort of pull back, revealing a lot of mismatched teeth. There is, you don't know a huge amount of animals, possibly, that are, like, non-mammalian, but there are shark teeth in this mouth. And he says, Otto.
Pardon?
Otto.
Otto, hello. Good to see you. Benedict. And my associates.
Much planned.
Casey.
Very well.
Todd.
Todd.
Casey and Todd.
Todd. Beer. But Helvig, you hear in your mind, Chad.
Chad.
Yeah.
Otto. And Otto
hello,
goes
Otto.
and opens the gate for you.
Thank you, Otto.
Otto.
All right,
Chad.
pal. Can you tell us where we're moving this to? Do you wanna hop on? You can feel free to take a bow for yourself. I'm sure you've earned it.
You won't get far with Otto. There is a second voice. And a second pile of furs on the other side of the gate. You hadn't noticed because you were kind of occupied with Otto.
Sure.
The voice is female, but it would be hard to guess that from looking at the figure. Yellow eyes peer out from under a rough cowl. Similarly to the first, she is a melange of species. One arm is reptilian. The other is furred like a mapatch, but the eyes are distinctly feline.
And you might be?
Sigfrick.
Sigfrick. Okay. Mapatch with reptilian scales, right?
And some cat features.
Mm.
Okay. Well, we're just here to make a delivery. Both of you, one of you, whomever. We just need directions.
He says, you follow. Otto, stay. Otto, stay. Otto stays. And closes the gates behind you, and she leads you to... At this point, Josh opens the book. She
Dun, dun.
turns her back and leads you. Follow along behind, presumably. To... leads you up into the main courtyard and towards the northern end. Yeah, the northern, towards the one with the belfry.
Yep. We follow?
And she would say, stop it there.
I will give a look to Trish that whenever she feels like it, she can slip off. Yeah.
Yeah. Trish, when would you? Not yet?
What's Siegfried doing?
Sigfrick is sort of looking like she's just sort of waiting. This is so regular. She has the look of somebody who's like, come on then.
Right.
She expects you to know what you're doing.
Trish is gonna jump off the cart and say, come on, Todd, let's start unloading this.
Oh, shit. I say internally, fuck.
Here.
Yeah,
Todd?
whatever. Yeah, Chad.
There's been some there's some confirmation that we need to make. The Burgermeister was mentioning that there might be a new recipe and some changes that the abbot might want made, but he needs his personal approval about that.
You want to talk to the abbot?
I mean, it's not necessary, but under the circumstances, it seems like since it's being delivered to him, and we don't want to change the manifest and what he expects without his approval.
He is in there. Probably in the main hall.
Okay, understood. Am I right to go while my compatriots do their thing? Wonderful.
You do
Okay.
the unloading. I'll wait with the cart.
Very good. And I'll kind of look a little desperately at the two of them as I trot off, and I will do my best to.
Lag your way through this.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Cool. So you pull up to a main gate, a main door. The 13.
Ooh.
Yes. The main hall. That's not helpful at all. Yeah. So you come in through that. Or is it 12C? Is it 12C? It is 12C. There you go. Oh, there's a chicken sheds. That's not helpful to me at all. This map is rubbish. So, you enter in through the main doorway. As you do, there are staircases on either side of you. One looks to go up, the other looks to go down.
Okay.
And within the main hall, as you go in through this door, you see a long table. Gentle sounding music trickles down from above, played on a single stringed instrument from some unseen master. The ground floor is large. It's a 50-foot square room with arched lead glass windows. A cauldron sits in an iron rack above the fire in a hearth, while above the fireplace mantle hangs a golden disc engraved with the symbol of the sun. Chicken sheds? Gala dormitories. That's exactly right, Phoenix. Hey, Dead Fox! And answer to your question, Phoenix, no, I'm not using the web player yet. I haven't had the guts to play around with it, and I haven't had the time. But the update is much easier to use already, just for the master web player.
Symbol of the sun.
It is an Ardea
matching
symbol.
what I've seen in Ardea's.
It is an Ardea symbol.
service?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it is interesting. In one corner, a wooden staircase climbs up, and another goes down into darkness. Trish Helvig, it'd probably be a reasonable assumption to make that down is where you would put the wine. And Smoothie, you would know that Celinox is not in this building.
I see.
Your best guess is that she is in the other side.
Okay, I'm trusting Trish. She knows the score. So
as you came in, I'll do a little bit better job. Sorry, I will do a bit better job of describing it. So you drove into a main courtyard. There is two wings joined by this courtyard. There are two separate buildings, and the courtyard is fully enclosed by walls. However, yes, I am. Good. There is, around the courtyard, there is a parapet. So you could go upstairs and then take the parapet around to get to the other building. It's sort of like a castle, a little bit.
Okay.
The far end, the far side, this is the smaller of the two wings. It is the one with the belfry going up, however.
I'm going to shout behind me. Todd, when you're ready, you can confirm. I always forget which flavor's which, and I'll let my voice carry so he can catch up with me when he can.
Very well.
Sure. As we go down the stairs, I'm assuming Siegfried is just
Siegfried
outside
is
waiting.
standing with the horse. Yeah, has
Yeah,
not
yeah.
followed you in. Yeah.
Not helping.
Once we get
Not
down
her
the
job.
stairs, and I just mentally command Pierre to follow us, and I just say, "Look, Trish, I think I'm gonna leave Pierre with you, since Pierre and I can communicate within 100 feet of each other."
Oh, that's smart. Okay, so if something goes wrong and you need me to find you, Pierre can tell me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Pierre?
we've been around Pierre, so I think you'll be able to understand each other despite the language difference.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Yeah. You okay with that, Pierre?
Here.
With that plan?
And you hear him say, Chad?
Yes, Chad.
Here.
Okay. I'm like, we're not in
Self-awareness.
cover right now.
None.
So I'm like, we're not in cover right now. Pierre, Although you're really committed to this character, so I guess I have to respect it. All right, Chad. Let's okay, and then we unload. I
Yeah.
do it like one more. I do like one more round before going. Yep, I'm coming.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
I'm gonna go. Good luck.
Okay. Yeah, you
So,
too.
yeah. Okay. So Trish, do you go up or
Would
do you go
Smoothie
back
have
across?
mentioned where, like, isn't she under the bell tower? He would've
Anything I
mentioned-
would have had, I would have told you.
I'm sorry. That was my mistake. She's not under the bell tower.
She's not.
And
Okay.
Smoothie would know that. I misread the map.
Fair enough.
Whatever
no,
the
she's-
correct information is what I
yeah,
would have said.
Smoothie would have relayed the correct information, which means you have to go to the other building.
Okay. I'm gonna try and get over there without Siegfried seeing me.
Make me a perception check first of all, Trish,
Okie dokie.
because
Um,
it would appear that the walls are manned.
I thought you said the walls were mad, and I was like,
We're all mad here. All the best walls are 15. Trish. However, on closer inspection, the walls are manned by mannequins.
Oh, sick.
uh,
That makes my life easier.
A lot easier. Yeah. The curtain wall, scarecrows basically line the abbey walls. Looking outward, they wear tattered chain shirts and carry spears with rusty heads. The courtyard below is blanketed in fog. It is a light fog at the moment, as you came in dawn. Yeah, so Helvig, you are taking wine downstairs. Probably a crate at a time. Trish, yeah, so
and then like at some point follow
Smoothie,
Smoothie.
when you're done, are you not going to bother actually doing the whole job?
I really should do it until I'm like 90% done,
Job.
so that she doesn't Siegfried doesn't kick us out immediately. But I also have stuff to do for. I mean, she heard.
The flavor thing. Yeah.
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 So it was like, okay, well, I'm almost done anyway, so I might as well do that first. That's the plan.
All right, Smoothie.
Yes.
We will go Smoothie, and then Helvig will join Smoothie later, and Trish will go on her own adventure to find several chairs. So yeah, there is a wooden staircase going down, another going up, a stone staircase going down. Helvig has checked out the downstairs. It's just a wine cellar. It's full of wine. It is full of wine, but clearly a lot of it is being drunk. Several chairs surround the wooden table that stretches nearly the length of the room, Smoothie. Wooden dishware and gold candelabras are neatly arranged on the table, and it's not immediately obvious when you come in, but as you fully enter the room, you find a beautiful young woman, dressed in a torn and soiled red gown. She is a beautiful Pterin woman. Her fur is oddly mottled, but not in an unappealing way, and her features are finely carved as if from marble.
I will just kind of bow my head respectfully, or whatever the standard gesture for respect is in Barovia. Just go, good morning, madam. I've been looking for the abbot. Am I speaking to her?
You know the abbot is male.
Right. Okay.
And a swan.
Right. Okay. Could you lead me to the abbot, if possible?
Yeah. She appears lost in her own thoughts.
Schwan.
She isn't looking at you, really. She's sort of just standing with her back. Well, she's sort of side on to you, looking into the fireplace, and does not appear to have noticed your arrival.
Madam? And I'll go up and kind of tap her on the shoulder. I'm sorry.
And she shrinks away from you.
My apologies. I don't mean any harm.
And she very slowly turns and looks back at the fire.
Okay. Thanks for your help. I'll keep looking.
Trish, how are you approaching this, knowing that there are mannequins on the battlements? Would you go up the inside and then out along the battlements, or would you try and sneak around the lower level of the courtyard? Siegfried is on the lower level, but not really paying attention. Otto is also now sort of leaning on actually armed with a shovel. And he's sort of leaning on this long-handled shovel by the gate. Neither of them are particularly big. You are bigger than both of them. Otto is quite crouched and hunched. Looks like his modifications, whatever they are, prevent him from standing upright. Siegfried can stand reasonably straight and seems the less fucked up of the pair of them. Yeah.
I'm gonna go up to the battlements, and I have a silly idea once I'm alone with Pia.
Excellent. You head upstairs then. So you'd head up. You wouldn't climb the outside to get to the battlements. You'd go up the stairs. Yeah.
I got the stairs.
Stealth check me.
Alrighty.
With advantage from enhanceability.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Stealth.
And it's a plus ridiculous anyway. Plus 10.
It's plus 10.
Which is an 18.
Why not hedge your bet?
Yeah, why not? Or a 15. 18. Wow, a 5 and an 8 for a total of 18. Very nice. Let's just... I'll roll it, shall I? I'll roll it. Because the chat commands aren't working. Otto doesn't notice gosh darn thing. Siegfried comes close a couple of times to noticing you as you start heading your way around the battlements, but neither of them are really looking behind them. So you had the long way around. The whole abbey is L-shaped, or sort of an inverse L, and you're in the small bit and heading up, and you're heading out the wide area, and heading into the upper floor of the other side. The place where all the screaming happened. Smoothie.
I want to have a quick chat with Pia now that we're alone.
Very
Look.
Sotto Voss. Yeah.
I don't know how well you can understand me, but I've had a great idea. Pia,
Yeah,
could
I
you?
understand you perfectly.
Good.
Says, here's Helvig. You don't understand. You're just getting this one-sided conversation for Helvig.
It's fine.
I'm like, right, okay, well, we're still connected, at least.
Bad.
Pia,
Yeah.
could you sit on my shoulder, tuck your back end in the back of my shirt, and pretend to be a second head? It'll help us blend in.
What the fuck?
Here?
Because, they're all mishmash.
Here. Pierre does you one better. He does exactly what you've asked, but his tail sticks out of one of your sleeves.
Oh, yes. Great. Beautiful disguise.
So now you're going to go and see Celinox, a woman you've never met. And you're a mongrel folk.
Now we know what they're called. That's a plus.
Cool. You do that. I love it. Trish, I absolutely like... You know what, Trish? I'm going to give you inspiration.
Thank you.
Very, very good. Like that a lot. Helvig, yeah.
I'm like, what was that about? So I'm like climbing up the stairs or whatever.
There would probably only be about 4 cases to bring in after Trish left you. So you can wander in shortly after Smoothie has had his interaction with this beautiful young woman.
Yeah.
Smoothie, there you can make me an investigation check. There isn't anybody else in this room other than this lady. but you can hear music
Oh,
from
it was almost a 9, but it was a 17.
Nice.
Not too bad.
So
-2.
let's have that instead. Yeah. You have a look around. What are you looking for? People, or are you investigating the room
I
generally?
don't know. You told me to roll.
Well, no, as in like you are looking for. You can have a look around. Why would you? What would you? Inspiration, Omi, for who? Yes, I have some of the. Yeah, the.
And Trish has already got one, so
Trish has only got one. So Celinox or Helvig, Omi. Yes, I have done our channel points. Things. There are a couple of things people can buy. You can buy inspiration for our players, or for a mere 10,000 doubloons, you can purchase an NPC name. You can name, and I would probably go so far as to ask you to describe this person, like species, gender, whatever.
Yay!
Celinox, yay!
Let's buy Celinox's love.
Celinox, Omi is a long-time supporter. Like, before the channel even existed, Omi has been a supporter of ours. It's a bloody champion.
Omi already has my love. You don't have to buy it.
Bishop Blood got Helvig. There you go, Helvig.
Doesn't hurt. Don't retract it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You got me, Bishop Blood.
There will be more.
Inspired.
There will be more. But yeah, for now, I was like, I should probably put some in. Took some inspiration there from John, actually, on Phoenix Iwaki. Because he's got them. So, yeah, you have a look around. I tell you what, though, actually, the thing you would notice, because you got quite close to,
yes, sir.
Some very fine stitching
on her dress.
No,
I figured, but I wanted to clarify. Yeah.
Yeah. How to put this? Yeah.
Just be blunt. I think we're all picturing horrible things. So.
Yeah. Just around one of her ears, I think it's something a bat would look at. Is like, check out the ears on that one. One of her
oh God,
ears,
I'm like a Casanova then. Let's go.
Yeah,
okay.
a little bit. Maybe she's
Sorry,
gorgeous. I don't know.
It's about the size. It's a size thing. Yeah.
Obviously, it's a size thing. It's competitive. Yep. They are. I'm going to say petite. I want to say like, oh, cute little ears on them. Yeah. Let's not objectify this imaginary woman.
Too late, but go on.
Yeah, way too fast. We have yet to establish very much about Smoothie's sort of interests and sexuality, but yeah. While checking out her ears, you notice one of them has clearly been, well, not clearly, very, very well been sutured on.
I see. Okay.
Oh. Good.
And Helvig comes in at this point and sees Smoothie just macking on this lady in the red dress. Well,
hey,
actually,
boss,
probably
what's
not standing
happening?
anywhere near.
Is this the abbot?
It is not. I don't know who this person is, but Smoothie. He will just go, ma'am, I must say that the work that you had done is immaculate. I don't mean to pry. He's not being sultry. He's more just kind of going like he's basically trying in his awkward way to kind of go like, hey, I see you. That paying a compliment.
Yeah.
Do you mind me asking what happened?
She looks at you. It's hard to say, but probably haughty.
Sure.
As she examines you. She's a little taller than you, but not a lot. Yeah. It's not like a deal breaker. Maybe let's just some platform shoes or something. And yeah, she looks at you and then she smiles and bows. In fact, it's a curtsy. It is a full curtsy.
I see.
And Helvig, you would witness this as you're coming in. And then from above, you would notice the music up. It's a violin. Someone is playing the violin upstairs. A slow musical, a slow lyrical dirge. It's not a happy song, but it's not melancholy, but in a sort of you know how melancholy can actually be kind of self-indulgent and actually kind of nice for short periods of time.
Yeah, I'm picturing Claire de Lune or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. It's that sort of vibe off the music. It's not a sad song. It's just somebody wallowing in themselves and actually enjoying it a bit.
Sure, I get it.
And 5-6 seconds later, you hear a voice above you say, "Oh, Basilica will probably not speak."
Oh?
A vow of silence.
I see.
The person coming down the stairs is a fairly looks like a monk. Has the look of a monk. He is wearing brown robes. He is, however, a flawless looking dude. Like, you both are whatever you want to say, but he is a straight 10.
Yeah, gotcha. No, we can appreciate.
Yeah, he's a good looking chap.
Aesthetic.
He is long, slender neck. Celinox probably thinks he's dreamy. I don't know. Yeah, he is a gorgeous, gorgeous swan person.
I see.
And yeah, he looks young, no more than you would. Not super familiar with Gallus, but no more than 25. And yeah, really good looking chap. And walks down the stairs. You know how they walk with their hands like clasped in front of them within the sleeves? And yeah, walks down the stairs and says, "How may I help you, my friends?"
Hello, sir.
We just have this most sinister scowl on my face because I'm the tough guy.
I'm tired.
We were sent on behalf of the Burgermeister, where we were making the wine deliveries today. There is some business to discuss about that. Is here a good place? Should we find somewhere more private? Is to do with finances and business and things like that.
Oh,
is she a associate?
Basilica is welcome to. You may sit, my dear. And Basilica again nods, and smiles. If either of you want to make an insight about the smile, you're welcome to.
Sure.
Oh, I'm so good at that. Watch me roll like absolute god tier.
Not bad.
It's
You both
okay.
pick this up. Smoothie picks it up first, but Helvig still he's focused on being Todd, and Todd goes like, yeah, I noticed that.
God.
Your scene. Yeah, it's forced. In fact, no, I will give you this. Helvig, it feels like she's like, yeah, thank you. Like she's not actually happy, but she's pretending to be happy.
Gotcha.
Smoothie, that's your first impression, but you actually think there is less behind it than that. It's like there isn't guile. She just doesn't know how smiling works.
Socially awkward.
It just seems massively unnatural on her face. The smile just doesn't look right.
Like
and
she
it's
hasn't
not
practiced a lot.
It's definitely forced, but she's using muscles she's just never used before.
Mm.
Oh look, the chat commands are working again.
Okay, so yeah, she hasn't had a lot of practice, is what I'm getting.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, cool.
And the abbot would gesture you to sit at the table. What does Burgermeister Kreskov have to ask?
Well, I'm actually. I think what is going to happen is I'm going to lean back slightly and I'm going to try and get an impression of this guy. And I'm going to let Helvig talk a little bit.
Ooh.
And I want to try and get a read of him.
Look, sir, we're here to just send out to ask you about different fucking flavors of wine. Honestly, I don't give a flying fuck. but you're the customer, so just fucking say it.
Jesus Christ.
You have advantage on charisma. How are you playing this badly?
What do you mean?
I love it. I love
It's
everything
in
about it.
character.
It's so great.
Intimidation is a charisma
So-
roll.
It's
What
my
is your
best
What is your
charisma skill.
intention? What are you trying
Well-
to achieve, Helvig?
Well, at first, I want to see if I can break whatever. If he is just like pretending to be like a stoic
A nice guy.
swan
Oh,
figure, if he just like
You're trying to
Someone's a
piss him
dick
off.
to you. What do you do? Yeah.
somebody prods. So I am actually trying to like intimidate and shake him up a bit.
Okay, make an intimidation check then. And you have advantage.
Yeah. Hey, 23.
23.
See if he's not just a nice abbot that he.
He frowns a little bit and he says, "Please, there's vulgarity. This is a progressive holy worship. I don't believe there was any difficulty with the last shipment. I'm fine with maintaining the stock as is. It is the deal we have with the Kreskovs, and his father before him. Smithy, you want to insight
Yeah, just to get his general demeanor. Yeah.
the vibe of him? Sure.
Yeah, not great though. Just a 10.
Helvig really doesn't like religion. No.
Which,
Yeah.
to be fair, is it seems appropriate given the interaction, which
Yeah.
is him basically going, "Please don't swear in my church."
Yeah.
That seems fair.
This is ordained holy ground. Yeah, and Smithy, yeah, he seems like a level-headed guy. Doesn't he? You've been told he's insane, but he doesn't look like it.
Yeah. You say you've had a long relationship with the Kresks, sir?
Yes, nearly.
Then you're aware
100 years now.
of the difficulties the family is facing?
Oh yes, very sad.
Yeah.
I believe it is a congenital illness. All 4 children perished of it.
What is that?
Were you the one who did the funeral rites on them, if you don't mind me asking?
No, I do not leave the abbey. Lady Kreskov herself normally oversees the birthing and deathing.
I see.
They wouldn't have me.
They wouldn't have you. Why not?
Oh, I bear them no ill will over it, but I am not well thought of in the town.
Really?
Why
Yes.
is that? Why would that be?
He does look a little confused, and it doesn't take a genius to realize that he's like, well, you live in the town. He says, most likely because of the Bellevues.
I see.
Poor creatures. I did what I could for them. I continue to. It is sad, but it is... Well, we're all trying to make amends. So, gentlemen, if there's nothing else, I'm happy with the shipment as is. Thank you for inquiring.
The truth is,
Yeah.
sir, that there is something, and
Oh, yes.
you said before that they wouldn't have you. Well, their perspective has changed somewhat. I'm a neutral party, I guess, in this regard, but you're aware that they lost their last child recently?
I am deeply sad. Poor Ilya.
And
They wish to bring the boy back.
can I, for the sake of for the sake of this, I don't want to create something that doesn't exist, but can
Mhm.
I ask him I want to open with a sort of passage about Ardea and her dealings with the humble folk and the bad folk, and see if he finishes the sentence.
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Basically, to see how knowledgeable he is about this stuff, because it is an outlawed practice, is it not?
It is deeply not okay. Yeah.
So I'm gonna. So basically, I will give him like half the passage and see if he responds.
If he yes ends.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make one up on the fly.
Most priests, in my experience, when you like give them half the passage,
they're like, "Oh fuck yeah, I love it when we play this game." Yeah.
I'm in agony right now.
Do you want to actually? Because I can make some shit up.
Okay, let's do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, actually, I think I remember something from the Humblewood sourcebook, if I remember correctly. What's the Corvum's god's name?
Gesme.
Gesme. There was. So I'm trying to remember something. There was in regards to Gesme. He brought back a something that.
A burning stick.
Yeah, and that was from.
The sun.
And who represents them again?
Am I being tested?
Just get it over with. What is happening? Is this how religion works?
He looks over above the mantelpiece to the symbol of Ardea.
Yeah, I'll just look at Todd and go, Todd, quiet time.
And with that, we're going to jump over to Trish.
I just start in quiet time, also listen for peer stuff, I guess.
Trish, you have a peer down your jumper.
Excellent.
Monsters and Mayhem are raiding. Monsters and Mayhem, thank you, raiders.
Ew.
Throw your favorite raider modes up in chat. Monsters and Mayhem, what were you doing? Were you playing D&D? You often are. Shout out.
Monsters and raid him.
Solid work. They were playing Dungeons and Dragons, or at least they were talking about it. I don't know. What were you doing? Monsters and Raidham. Dizzy Nightwolf is a solid name. Thank you very much for the raid, guys. Phantasmot. And wow, there's a lot. Roscoe Strongheart. Roscoe Solid. Well, thank you so much for the follows and the raid. We are playing Humblewood. It is a D&D setting by the Hit Point Press, and I'm very fond of it. This is the third sort of storyline arc within it, and there's an awful lot to catch up on. But we are introducing our new characters this season. Dizzy Nightwolf, thank you very much for the follow. All of you bloody champions, all of you, we love you. Tell us about your game. We had a recap episode. We recapped all of our notes from the past 10 eps. Wow. Cool. We do something similar. We have a Table Talks once every half season or so, where we just sort of unpack and have just a general chat instead of actually playing the game. I like it. Cool. Thanks very much for joining us. Yes, we are currently in Barovia. We have only just arrived in Barovia. Celinox met Strahd. That was fun for Strahd. Celinox is currently strapped to a bed. It's also fair to notice. This is great. We made it for the intro. We just finished an intro. Oh, okay, excellent. And Laura Borealis, thank you very much for the follow. That is also an excellent name, Laura Borealis.
In this time of year, at this time of day, in this part of the country, localized entirely in your Twitch channel.
Exactly. So. Twitch. Trish, not Twitch. Cash. Rachel, who are you? What are you doing?
One of those.
What are you
I'm
doing?
Trish, and
Never
this
talk to my
is
family
Chad.
again. Okay, hey Chad.
I have a creature on my shoulder
You're
to
welcome.
disguise me as a mutant for the people who just joined.
Yes.
It's cool. It's working great.
Oh yeah, so for our raiders, we are in the Humblewood version of Barovia. It's all cute animal folk. Strahd is obviously a bat. Continue, Rachel. So, Trish is sneaking into the eastern wing of the Abbey. Abbey Normal. There are two doors The one north and the south one. Basically, you're walking along the south wall, so the south door is the nearer of the two.
Would I know from Smoothie's instructions which one is likely to be the right one?
Yes, the northern side of the building. That's where Smoothie's best guess is for this. But it's the far end of the building, so unless this is all one... The building is about 100 feet long. And so unless it's all one room at the top, it's probably more than one room in. But yes.
Okay, well then I go north.
You take the northern door. Where do you take it? You are finding yourself in a wooden counter shaped like an L stands in the front of this spacious office. All the other furniture has rotted away, leaving heaps of moldy wood and faded cloth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anyone here?
Does not appear so.
Okay.
You can, however, hear whoops, laughter, and screams of the mongrel folk below. Yeah. You can hear a lot of the occasional, bellow and scream. Like I said, yeah, there's a few.
That's big upsetting. Could I have a quick peek in this desk? See if there's anything of use in the drawers.
Yeah, you can have a look around in it. Make me an investigation check.
Alrighty.
What did Jack say?
Oh, I said I made a Simpsons quote.
Ah.
In regards to the Aurora Borealis joke.
Oh, right. Yeah. Trish Gaber gets a 15 on her investigation. So what is it you are looking for within this desk?
Well, the best thing would be like schematics to point me towards where I need to be. But anything useful.
Sure. You have a look around. Yeah. The desk does not appear, you wouldn't guess it's been used much in the last, 10 years, probably. It's dusty, but it is still intact, and it probably was used fairly regularly once upon a time. The contents, there are some pens, writing equipment, inkwells, it's like quills and so forth. In fact, noteworthy that all the quills are the same white feathers, whereas quills can be made of just about any feathers, but all of these quills are white feathers.
I'm gonna take a quill, tuck it in my front pocket.
Oh. Beyond that, there's like a half dozen copper pieces in a small pouch.
Taking that.
Yeah. Because you're broke as fuck.
I did spend all my money on 2 potions.
Yes. And some rope. Yeah, that is what you find in the upstairs office.
All right.
There is a second door on the far end of the room. You'd have to sort of wade a bit through some detritus.
Okay.
But yes, you can, if you want, wade through the said detritus.
If that's the direction I think Celinox is in, then that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay. The door is locked because, of course. And Celinox, without wanting to give the game away, there is a rattling. You can't get your head around to see this particular, but you notice there is actually possibly another door, and someone is trying to rattle the handle.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, most of the
Cloven?
screaming is just...
Who's there?
My name's Celinox. Who's that?
Perfect.
You're going to have to shout quite
Can we
loud.
hear this?
Yeah.
All right.
You have to be shouting quite loud. So Celinox is probably about 40 feet away from Trish and through a door.
Okay, so sit tight. I'll be right in. And then I.
Are we shouting?
Okay. Have I managed to make it through the one?
You're probably about halfway. You've
Sweet.
definitely made some progress. I will allow a new
attempt was
athletics
made.
check if you like.
Athletics or an attack roll again?
No, an athletics check to break it, to pull it, like given that
Oh,
you've
okay,
weakened it.
right. Yeah. 24.
Or Celinox, you're like, fuck. someone's come to save me. I better save myself nice and fast, otherwise it'll look really awkward. And
Yeah.
you pull the arm
Love
that you've
it.
been focusing on off. It just rips off your entire arm. No, you pull it out of... you just destroy the leather cuff as it pulls free. And you're like, oh, God. And you start flexing it to get the circulation back into it, I imagine.
Oh,
Rated GM is rating as well. Oh, my goodness.
oh my rippling pecs.
Favorite raid emotes up in chat, everyone. Dread, you bloody champion. Dread GM is such a lovely human being. Guys, if you haven't already, follow Dreaded GM. I highly recommend it.
Hello.
Dread is a brilliant person and a wonderful Josh. You can find him on his channel, Dreaded GM. And I endorse it strongly that you do. There are some very beautiful things and lovely people over there. Hi, Wooten Forge. Yes, Wooten Forge is here. Let's see if the thing works now.
Woot.
Woot Forge. Boom. There it is. Yes, we have a link. So welcome, raiders. Thank you so much for the raid, Dread, you bloody champion. We are playing Barovia. We are playing a bit of Humblestrad. This is a Humblewood version of Curse of Strahd.
Yay.
Yes, we must appease the boss. Exactly.
Excuse me.
So thank you. Welcome to our raiders. I presume you guys were doing D&D. It's Monday, so it should have been Storm King's Thunder, I want to say.
I saw them live a moment ago, so yeah, I think that's true.
Manoa module, I believe. How exciting.
Ooh.
How was it? What did you do? I have played Storm King's Thunder my own self, so I am familiar with this one. Well, guys, we are going to get back into it. Celinox has nearly been saved. We're nearly there. Celinox is in the process of freeing herself now. Celinox, you just bring the thunder off. You power your fist away. Trish, what do you do? Are you picking that lock?
I'm picking that lock, baby.
Pick
I'm
that
doing
lock,
what rogues
baby.
do best.
Sleight of hand with advantage because of your because you've heightened
Enhance
ability.
Yeah.
Yep.
28.
That'll
you're
do.
plus
That'll
12
do.
to pick locks.
That's acceptable.
Celinox, you can. I will allow you to. Sorry, you have a thing.
Can I attack the other arm with my talon
You may
now that
break
my
your
one
other
arm's free?
arm. Yeah, absolutely.
Do I need to roll for it?
Yes. Not a very high DC, but yes.
Another.
Break
'Cause
your
I
arm.
want to see if you can save yourself before Trish does.
All right, another athletics or
it's a
attack
race.
with the talon?
An attack roll.
Amazing race.
Basically needs to
not be a damsel.
Yeah.
Hmm.
There,
19.
Yeah, that hits. Celinox, you slash your well, no, you can describe it. Why am I doing it for you? How do you remove the other cuff?
I'm gonna just really carefully, actually, because I've had enough limbs. So I ripped out the other one, and then the talon just very, very carefully just slices, very sharp talon, and then pull out. And then I'll be sitting on the bed completely. I'm not tied down at all, but I'm just I was getting to it.
Fancy seeing you
I
here.
just didn't leave because I didn't want to leave. And
Hello.
It was comfy-ish.
stumbling through the door is a Mapatch wearing local dress with a small lizard-like metallic head sticking out of her collar and a metallic tentacle coming out of her left arm, left sleeve, where an arm also. So she's got 3 arms. Well, 2 arms, a tentacle, and a pair of legs, and a not particularly fluffy tail. Looks pretty bedraggled and ratty. But yeah, modern local dress, local clothing.
Ah, Celinox?
Yeah, that's my name. Who are you?
My name's Trish. I'm a friend of Smoothie's. He wanted me to help you out, but I guess you don't really need it.
Here,
Oh. Well,
Elvic, you hear Chad.
Oh, we're still within 100 feet of each other?
Is Smoothie with
Probably
you?
not.
He's talking to the abbot. He needs his help with something.
Right.
Yeah.
So, is that
We
the way
decided to
out?
split up. Yeah, I think we should leave. Let's leave.
Did you happen to go buy any swords of any sort on your way in?
Oh, I've got a spare. Hang on. And I rummage through my crap and I give her my short sword. Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Not bad to be going on with, but
Can I investigate the room? I don't.
you may
I don't know what they like.
make an investigation check.
Trish, you would also remember that we didn't exactly establish a signal, but we are talking and want to get this guy's permission. So up to you if you want to leave immediately, but you do know that we're like, if he finds out that we've taken Celinox, then all bets are off, probably.
Probably. Unless it looks like Celinox broke her own way out, which currently she did.
That's kind of yeah. So there's ways we can go around it. It's complicated.
Okay.
Use your best judgment.
Okay.
It's also worthy to note, Celinox can, to a certain degree, fly.
Yeah, well,
and you're at the top of a mountain.
Yeah, I mean, I could just go out the window. I was on my way. You just caught me.
Oh, fair enough.
I got a 4 to investigate
I
the
noticed.
room.
Yeah. Celinox, the only other thing I'd say is you probably have heard of Trish Caper.
Sweet.
And Helvig Dewpoint. Yeah, a map hatch called Trish.
It's really strange that I've heard of you, but I've never heard you had a second head. Sorry, that was 4 to me.
Oh, this is part of the disguise. This isn't attached.
Here!
Right.
He's just a buddy.
Right.
Here, comes out and demonstrates that he is, in fact, different to Trish. He's actually part of a different person.
Right.
Well, Trish.
A valid point was made, however, Celinox, if you want to use that inspiration you were given.
I did see that. Thanks, Omi. I might do that because I really like my rapier. I really don't want to lose that. Is that okay as an afterthought to use my inspiration?
I would say don't bother because it's not in here.
Okay. Well, thank you. I will not waste it then.
But a valid point, Omi. What you do with your 4 notice is that there just isn't anywhere it could be stored.
So you got to look for gear anyway before you bugger off.
Yeah. And we're going to jump very quickly back to Smoothie and Helvig, and then I think we'll call it for the evening, but I want to sort of continue along their storyline just a little bit. I just wanted to actually get to Celinox. Yeah.
When did I lose contact with Chad?
Chad
That was...
not long ago. And you don't really... would you say you would be aware of losing contact, or just like, oh, I can't hear him anymore?
I check in every minute. I don't think it's like, and it's gone. I just go like, every minute I go.
Yeah. You just give
Chad?
him a ping. Like, we still good? Here?
Yeah.
Chad. On?
And I'm like, great.
Yeah. So, yeah, the abbot has just said, are you testing me?
I got shut up and did it, so I'm just gonna leave the room.
Oh.
And try not get anybody else to interrupt, as in like be on the outside of the door, so that if anybody comes in to try and interrupt whatever that preachy goodness is, I'm just gonna like cut them off so that they don't get in.
I just want to say thank you to the follow for the follow to Bionic Pancake. Twitch names are good. Are they not good? Twitch names are very, very good.
People are very creative.
As Karen said on Thursday, because we had quite a few new followers on Thursday as well. Twitch names should be like a good personalized license plate. It's not for you. It's for other people. It is to make other people laugh. Like I saw a Tesla today called Tessie. As in, it was a blue Tesla, and someone had gotten a blue personalized number plate and written Tessie on it. And I'm like, fuck you.
No.
You have the imagination, you have the money to afford a Tesla and a personalized license plate, but no imagination at all. It's what my name autocorrects to in everything, in every writing program. I am mildly curious to know what your actual name is, if your Bionic Pancake is what your name corrects to.
I love that.
It's fantastic, and you've just leaned in. It's a solid idea.
I'm glad that you committed to your digital identity.
Yeah.
You're like,
thank you very
this
much
is
for the
it.
follow, Bionic Pancake. We are Causes
Hell
Code.
yeah.
We play D&D, but you know that because you're here. Keep doing it. So yeah, Smoothie.
Yeah.
The abbot is. It was a little teasing, but there was a little bit of a. Come on then. What's the thing?
And I'll just kind of brush the dirt off my Titan symbol and just kind of wait for his reaction, I suppose.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at Omi's. My favorite Twitch names I've ever seen are Artichoke Me Daddy and Free Haircut and Lobotomy. Both excellent. Yeah, he sees it and says, "Thing to wear in
This place? Or this place?
He doesn't gesture to the room around himself. He gestures sort of, it's an expansive gesture to Barovia.
Well, same with having a golden plate, sir.
Yes.
Does he know?
Who? Oh, Strahd? Yes. Knows well enough to leave well enough alone.
He respects your religion?
He couldn't do anything about it if he wanted to.
Huh. I'm gonna make this quick because I know you're a busy man and I know that you have a good heart from what I've heard. You might have heard of my grandfather. He was a traveling priest under cloak like you, but under cloak unlike you, but his name was Biggin. He came around these parts on occasion. Anyway, the reason I bring it...
I am quite cloistered up here. I don't leave the abbey. I'm sure he was a good man, though.
It's not important.
You speak of him as though he is dead, and in which case I am sorry.
He's dead because of your boss, sir. While I appreciate that, you know, having a certain amount of power and influence means you get to enjoy your religion up on a golden plate. The rest of us have to write things down on wood and then burn them so we don't get discovered. And then eventually we get discovered anyway. That's our life down there on the road. And the Anna and Dimitri have come to me and they have asked me to try and help them with their son. And I'm not strong enough. I can keep him from turning into something like him. I can preserve his body. I can do a little dance and make them happy, but I can't bring him back. But you can, sir. Can't you?
If you have, as you say, done the little dance, yes. That is within
We have
my
a diamond,
power.
I think.
That is a good start. Then I will be honest with you, my young friend. I need something, because whilst I have been sitting up here on my golden plate, I have not been inactive. Strahd is mad, with grief and loss, and it breaks my heart to see it. He was once great. I will fix him. Can be done. The right bride must be found, He lost his once, and that is what caused all of this. If we can get the country back to where it belongs, then the light of the Amaranthines can shine again. That is what I seek. That is my goal. And even Strahd will not stop me from it. Fortunately, the time has nearly come. Veriska is nearly ready. But a bride must have a wedding gown. And I am not a seamstress. And I think we'll leave it there.
Yay.
It's so fucked.
Excuse me.
Well, welcome to Curse of Strahd, Rachel.
He was so. Listen, he was so sane and reasonable, and you're like, oh, maybe he's not crazy. I need a dress for the zombie bride. Are you kidding me?
Probably made of my skin. Let's be real.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
I'm upset.
Yeah.
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 There you go.
Yeah. I feel like
What can you do? I mean, like it was one of the. I think no matter what, we had to kind of go down that path and be honest with them at some point.
You had to be, yeah. Talk about building a woman, yeah. You're so lucky you haven't met any of the other attempts. Okay, cool. So we will go into our favorite moments. Trish and Celinox are fairly near them. Yeah. So Dread GM, it's appropriate that they rated us because this is something we borrowed from Dread. The first, the second game I ever played on Twitch, I played with Dread as fellow players, and we borrowed his thing because he said, I'd like to do this. It's something I do on my streams. And we were like, heck yeah, that sounds great. So favorite moments is something I picked up there, and I've continued it ever since because I hecking love it. It's really nice and affirming and helpful to sort of realize what you've done well by having other people compliment. Because it's nice. You like doing it. So we're going to do that. Our favorite moments, everybody. And because it's Ro's only... Well, Ro has been before, but it's not her first time. Shall we bombard her with compliments first? That sounds fun.
hell yeah.
Yes.
Let's fucking do it.
Blood Eagle Boy. Blood Eagle Boy is a good name as well. Blood Eagle's an interesting thing to go with. Blood Eagling is a really nasty thing. Cool, though. For those who are not in the know, I'm not going to explain. We've had enough nasty stuff on the channel so far today. Yeah, it's a Viking thing. So let's tell Ro all the cool things that they did. Who wants to go first with flattering Ro?
My favorite moment is how stalwart you were in the face of evil itself in this goddamn plane.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit, you were like, yeah, whatever. Just talking to this person, and then afterwards was like, okay, I need to fucking hurry the fuck up. You're just business. I love it.
I loved your interaction with the mutant thing right at the start, and just when as soon as he said, I've never had a friend before, you were just like, that's the opportunity. And you were just like, you know what friends do? Loosen the straps. I thought that was really good.
Such a shame you rolled low on the persuasion.
Yeah.
I would have loved it that Smoothie and the gang is like concocting this intricate plan to help get you out of there.
And there she is,
You
yeah.
I just like
swoop
fly
down.
out the window. Glide out the window.
Following
Glide.
day,
Bye.
Smoothie breaks in and like, okay, we're here. Sending. Celinox, where are you? Oh, I got out last night. Oh, for fuck.
Would have taken another day. I didn't prepare sending today. So.
Oh, wow. Okay, great.
Yeah.
I also enjoyed that interaction. It's really cool to see how, and bear in mind, this is the second time I've ever played D&D with Ro. Third, actually. I've DM for Ro. But yeah, it was a while ago, and I was quite drunk, and blood loss as well, actually, that night. Yeah, and so it's quite fun to see how a new player reacts to certain stimuli, and we're in a horror setting, and I haven't really DM'd horror before. I'm quite enjoying it. The interaction with Cloven was quite interesting as a sort of prod to see what you do. And yeah, Celinox is a pretty cool customer, and I really enjoy, like, he was like, I can, all right, yeah. All of your reactions tonight have been really, really solid, but I think the playing along with it, like, I can manipulate this guy to let me go. We'll be friends. Yeah, that was really cool.
For me, it was saving yourself. Just that, like the motivate, and like it was the dice, but like that sudden, like, realization that you're gonna look like a fool in Celinox's head if, like, I'm strapped here. Can't have that. That's when I'll break free.
I'm tied down for 3 days, but I'm gonna get free just before someone comes.
I can't be vulnerable. That's embarrassing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. And we also do favorite self moments. Oh, Ro, do you have a favorite self moment? Best thing you did?
I've been thinking, but I think it was when Trish was coming in and someone was coming in the room, and Celinox got out, but then was just like, oh yeah, I'm just going to sit here and be like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. She might be someone who's coming in to kill me or whatever. I'm just like, it's fine.
Yeah. And your head,
to be
the
fair,
second head, I don't remember.
The two heads and shit. Yeah, it was a good instinct.
I mean, it's fine.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, like, I probably couldn't get up after being strapped to a bed for 3 days, so I should just sit here and be like, it's fine.
Favorite Celinox. Don't suppose you can just untie me from this bed? No? Damn.
Wouldn't that be nice?
It was a valid try. I do like that you didn't try to, and you are very welcome to at any point, Ro, if you want to say, I would like to try and roll for this, I would like to attempt that, but you didn't even try to persuade Strahd. You're like, can I persuade him to let me go? He was like, no, he's gonna do what he wants, and there's very little I can do to control that.
So many references to Strahd and being tied to a bed.
Get to work.
Yeah.
Get to work, artists.
He is looking for a bride. Strahd just Strahds. Cool. Well, those are some marvelous favorite Rahema moments. So who else should we talk about now? Jack had some stellar moments. Let's do favorite Jack moment. Strahd Daddy, let me out, please. Oh, Omi, no, I don't like that at all. Definitely not Uwu. Definitely not Uwu.
Little cute vampire fangs.
Yeah, that gave me the actual heebies.
No.
The GBs will come another 30 seconds from now.
God is not that. Neither is Celinox. There's a lot of very strong female characters in this series. I don't see any of them doing that.
My favorite Jack moment. Well, we're just gonna
let's do that.
Move on.
That's probably smart.
Is his little interaction with Pierre after they discovered that they're little sentient, and then I found the blue rain thing really cute.
The attempt wasn't to patronize him. It was actually the opposite.
I know.
Because he knew he was sentient at that point. He's like, okay, cool.
You want to
do
drive?
It. Yeah. So I'm glad that came through.
Yeah, no, that was great. I really liked your conversation with Dimitri. Yeah. And that flash of, I don't know what I'm doing, help! Yeah.
Most conversations he has with authority figures just
But it was well done. Because I thought he'd earned it. And I thought I'd earned it too. In that conversation as Dimitri, I thought I felt that Smoothie trusted Dimitri enough in that moment that he could be vulnerable with him. And
Smoothie's not like Celinox. It's worth noting. He has been very sheltered.
Yeah.
He hasn't had enough pain. He's been like it's been a rough road, but it's been he's been happy for a long time. So this whole idea of like, be strong and alpha, it's not him. So it doesn't take much for him to go like, oh God.
Yeah. That was very cool.
Yeah.
I'm really enjoying the connections that Jack's making. Like I've played 2 games now as Celinox with you, and like when you were talking in that scene about how like you just wanted to rescue Celinox and Celinox is like your friend, and you got so emotional. I was like, oh, this is like I love it. I love the building of a relationship quite quickly for Smoothie, because Smoothie is like just such a trusting, lovely soul. I like that.
Yeah, they knew each other for a total of 4 hours.
Yeah.
But you stepped up.
Yeah.
You stepped up. It's like what's that term? Like it's less weird, but like I'm thinking of like imprinting, like in the Twilight thing. Like you stepped up right after Grandpa died.
Yeah.
So in a way, like you're it, right?
Aww.
So yeah.
No pressure.
Yeah.
He is putting an awful lot on. I was like, Celinox will figure it out. This is all good. I'll get Celinox.
Yeah, I'm like,
and then
that's your
Celinox,
plan.
she's the tactician.
Ro is like, whoa.
Celinox will be like, yeah, no, I got this. It's all good, kid. Don't worry.
It's fine. Celinox is much more confident than Ro is.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I really liked how bitter you were about having to be secretive about your beliefs while the abbot's just like out in the open. I thought that was really interesting. And yeah, like, oh, because you're friends with Strahd, you get to do whatever you want. Fuck you. That was really cool.
That was my self moment, actually. Yeah. It was really fun to have that moment where he's legitimately angry, which is a new emotion in him. He's just like, yeah, cool. Wish I had that. That'd be neat. Privilege must be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, the temptation to come back on that was strong, as the abbot. And he sort of did, but it took him a little while to come around to it. Yeah. Helvig? Dan?
I already said it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Yeah, the peer thing. Yeah. I apologize. We did have one. Oh no, it's from Omi for Helvig. Chat, if you have any other favorite moments, please chuck them up there. Smoothie might enjoy kicking the abbot's ass, by the way. He might.
Oh, well, honestly, you cut me off. There was a question I was going to ask, which is, does the woman consent to this?
Oh.
And you don't have to answer that now, but that's like a nice little clip.
Save it for next time. Save it for next time. Yeah, definitely. We will pick up right where we left off.
I'm just on the other side of the door because I didn't want to be too nerded out by 2 religion nerds, you know?
Yeah, you hated them, yeah. And they're religioning off right now as well. They are very much having my Amaranthine's better than your daddy Amarantine. Yeah, cool. Well, I think we should talk about...
I feel like it was more like you only get to enjoy your Amarantine because you're two-timing it with the vampire in this.
Thank you, Dan. That's correct.
Well, that definitely is.
Yeah. Privilege is great, and it would be great if everyone had that, but then it wouldn't be privilege, would it?
See, I'm at your back, Smoothie. I'm just on the other side, though.
You could have come and hung out at the Abbey with him at any point. You wouldn't have been kicked out. Smoothie and Biggin would have been very welcome to come and chill at the Abbey. He came up here. For Biggin's reasons. Biggin had reasons to not do that, but maybe he didn't tell Smoothie what they were. Maybe he can do better work wandering around being a traveling priest. I don't know any of these things. All of these things. Favorite Rach moments.
Yep.
Oh, I have to launch in with the Barovia crafts.
Oh,
you
yeah.
Get your you get your disguise and then just like walking out like hello,
Yes.
Yeah.
and then
Wait.
immediately follow up with the soul crushing realization that you needed to defluff your
That was
tail.
mine.
Oh.
Yeah, the tail disappointment. Yeah.
Devastating.
And did it anyway. Yeah, that's growth right there. That's character growth.
She's not a prideful person.
I know
If she
she's
has
not.
to defluff, she'll do it.
She'll defluff for the team. She'll take a defluff for the team.
Fluff.
Mm-hmm.
The tail.
Tastes like grasshopper bishop blood. Yes. Omi has just said mine, which is favorite Trish pulling a Baldric. Pia, I have a cunning plan. I think in defense of Trish, it was better than Baldric's cunning plans. I would have said this was as cunning as a Vulpin that was just made professor of cunning at the Avium. Which is why I gave you inspiration, and I think it was a solid, it's a big brain moment there from Trish.
Thank you.
Like to the point where Celinox goes, the fuck, he has two heads.
Yeah.
Well played, Josh. Thank you, Omi. I'm glad you appreciate the reference. Trish's Barovian fashion show, absolutely, yes. Rage favorite self moment.
I think bouncing off the Pia thing, I've been slowly putting together the perfect disguise. If anyone runs into me, I'm just like, oh, I work here. I've got the company pen. I've got an extra head. I'm just new. I'm like fully ready to blend in. I don't know if I'll get the chance, but I'm like, I'm there.
I
That was
love
fun
it.
for me.
I love that you took the feather pen as well. Because I love that there was a reason for that. I was like, I love that she's just taking one of those feather pens. I love
Have
it.
that. That's
Mine.
mine now. Yeah, it didn't feel like there was a reason, but I'm glad there was. That's very cool.
I love it.
That's hilarious.
I actually also I had a second favorite rate as well. When you're all coming in and Otto introduces himself and Smoothie's like, "Oh yes, I am fake name," and then Trish immediately comes with, "Yeah, and this is an actual fake name that's much better. It's my lie." It was just cooler in a way that Smoothie wasn't, and it was great because that's who Smoothie is. He's not a liar. He's not an instinctive liar. Trish is. Trish is a deceitful being, yes. It's not what she is now, but it's who she used to be.
That felt encaptured. It's great.
I weaponize my deceit for good now.
Yep.
Bishop Blood. I was just transferred over from accounting. Yeah.
Oh, imagine corporate Abby. Oh no.
I think that was actually my favorite Trish moment when you guys all came in and Smoothie was like, "Oh yes, you could go anytime. Wink, wink." And Trish was like, "I'm going to put this wine in the cellar," and just like started unloading stuff. And Smoothie's like, "Oh,
Let's
okay,
not
well,
rush the kid. All right, you do the thing.
yeah."
was
Trish
great.
was like, "No, it's too soon."
Yeah, no, it was, absolutely. Yeah. That Smoothie trusted Trish to find the appropriate time to do so, not go now. Yeah.
Got to build up the alibi. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mother of bunnies, I'm here from the union. The priest union. The Mongol folk union.
Did you know your extra head has rights?
You know,
Chad.
amazing.
You get a tea break each.
Oh,
I want an
Ooh.
extra head.
I can hear laughter from Pterin now.
That's great.
I'm from HR. We had some complaints. Where's your supervisor?
Oh God, yeah, they went to. Yeah.
Excellent work, all of
Amazing.
you.
Oh my
This is
God.
why we enjoy favorite moments. Cool. Let's talk about Dan. Some favorite Helvig moments. I saw one a little
Dibsing
while
chicken.
ago.
Dibsing chicken.
Oh God damn it!
And whores.
Jack, that's two. You can't have two straight off the bat.
Yes, I can. People have done it before in this exact favorite.
All right, fine.
Like someone else take the other one. That's fine.
Horse is very good, yeah. I thought Horse, it's not a full favorite moment because it was just funny. It was just well played, but that was a very funny moment. But yeah, the chickens. Sorry, Jack, I stopped you. Please elaborate if you want to.
No. It was just me dibsing it before someone else said it because that was clearly the best moment of the whole game. Not just Helvig, just
very
in
good.
general. Just just chicken existential crisis. Yeah.
I liked saying, no, I got this. You good. You save your stuff. You need it for healing. I'll just do the spell.
Yeah. That was cool.
I have a second, but I'll wait.
I liked Helvig taking on the abbot. Where like Smoothie was like smooth, and Helvig's like,
Look,
well, you want a fucking flavor? Like, what fucking flavor do you want? Okay.
I got a real New Jersey vibe.
I love it.
Look, motherfucker, I got places to be. I got 5 more deliveries. Do you want the chocolate milk or the strawberry milk? Fuck me. Yeah.
My God. Yeah.
Right?
I liked your banter with Pierre today. You were
Yeah.
both in a sassy mood. That's really fun. Just, all right, Chad, you're really committed to this character. Okay. Very
Here,
fun.
Chad. Favorite Helvig from Omi. Helvig is a crabby today and just wants to kill a motherfucker. He might enjoy blasting the abbot.
Yeah.
Everybody would. Yeah.
It's so close, dude. I was like,
Believing that that eyes have potatoes have eyes even after being told it was a joke.
never again. I don't trust anything.
Planet of the Apes seeing the chickens. Yes, all of this.
I've just realized this is a meta moment. We're gonna have to figure out a way to deal with this guy without killing him, because he's our ticket to helping Anna and Dimitri.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I guess it's time for another sleep spell. I guess
Can't you just do more diplomacy? Let's just like.
need
Well,
to make
yes,
him a
look,
wedding gown.
we haven't
let's
gone
just,
into
like,
combat
slap
yet. He could just be asking for dress materials. We don't know yet.
Trish,
Yeah.
yeah.
What
he's asking
We've
for?
established that.
Yeah.
Trish
Yeah.
is gonna sew it. It's great.
Yeah.
She's got style and flair.
We can kill him after he resurrects the dude, you know? Like,
Sounds like a job for Trish's rope. A
Yeah.
rope gown.
a rope gown?
Witcher
wow.
season 1, tail end season 1. The rope gown. If you haven't, watch it. It's
I
yeah.
don't remember the reference.
The rope gown in The Witcher, the TV series. She's wearing a dress made exclusively of blue rope, like quite thick gauge blue rope.
I don't remember that.
I
Yeah.
don't remember it either. I'm like
In the
having a bit of a
battle on the
crisis
bridge?
in my head.
The Battle of the Bridge, and she
Crazy.
was told to hold back her chaos. Ropes.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And that's how much I pay attention to people's
go.
clothes. I
for
remember the
another-
moment, but I'm like, what? They're
Time for another
wearing
final
rope.
boss consisting of 3 full rounds of everyone just making charisma checks. Bishop Blood, you know me too well. The way Jack pulls out the motherfucker somehow every session is great. Reminds me of the Dead Meat channel.
I just listened to a lot of Lemmy from Motorhead interviews when I was in my formative years, so that'll do it.
Have you been discriminated against for the quality of your second head? Yeah, fun fact, that dress would have been heavy as hell. Yeah. Cool. Alrighty, marvelous. So we should
All right, let's leave it
probably-
there.
Yeah,
DM,
leave it there.
baby.
DM.
Also, I haven't said my own favorite moment.
Oh, sorry.
asshole.
Yes.
I'm sorry, Dan. Sorry.
I'm kidding.
It's his
but-
birthday, man.
Yeah. How dare you?
Is it actually? I'm so
No,
confused.
It's not.
Reasonably sure it's in
meme.
December.
It comes back to date,
It's a
like-
meme I don't understand, but
Okay,
it
right.
makes it. It's a thing.
I die in the inside.
Serum
Every
started
time.
it, and it just continued, and it's been
Alright.
going for nearly 2 years
I
now.
feel like
I'm just a
I don't know
sheep.
the
I
proper
just
history. Don't remember who started it exactly. I think my own favorite moment was getting to describe what possibly Helvig's new magic aesthetic is like. He hasn't really
Mm.
gotten.
That was my. That's it. Yeah, it was.
He's no
Yeah,
fireflies anymore.
yeah, all this robotic stuff. And yeah, making when you built Pierre out of your middle, Pierre comes out of your tummy. It's great. Very, very cool. Cool. Alrighty. Bishop Blood. Omi says, favorite Josh, that damn abbot. Yeah, it was cool.
I almost thought we were gonna it was just gonna be smooth and just like,
just
oh, cool, okay.
Just talking.
Yeah.
Birthday command. Oh god.
I mean, the trick is, I don't think you understand. Dan is only here because he chooses to be. I have no hold over him, so I don't want to drive him away. I cannot lean in on the happy birthday thing any further. You know, it's a very fine balance. I have to tread with that.
You'll pass the threshold, and I'm like,
A birthday emote, surely.
No.
no.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
This happens mostly on Dan's sufferance.
So busy.
Exactly.
Goodness.
I know
My
Dan
favorite
is
Josh
quite busy as well.
My favorite Josh moment was probably, it's got to be the Strahd thing, right? Like I mean, there was so many lovely moments. Like every NPC interaction was amazing. I really enjoyed, as I said, on both ends, that interaction of, hey, it's nice that you have this privilege with your religion. I don't have that. That was really cool for me personally. But overall, the coolest moment was clearly Strahd, who seemed to just show up to go, lol, and then left. I mean, it seems to me, which very, very, very apt for a big bad evil guy to do. Like, you know, just like, you know, this is amusing. See ya.
He was clear about his intentions.
He came to watch Celinox be strapped to a bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's watching her in all different
Also-
Yeah,
environments.
but he didn't have to show his face. What he was like, it seemed to me, he was just showing up to kind of go, you're powerless and I'm not. So,
Also, like Loki conspiracy kind of was like, wow, you ain't shaking in your boots in my presence. Oh,
yeah.
ride material. I'm like,
I mean,
get the
maybe.
fuck out.
Yeah. it could very well
Flips
be.
table.
Oh, I hate that. I don't like that at all.
dude, I need to go.
I don't like that.
Aaronzia,
He's on a
Strahd was
Wi-Fi.
voiced really well. Thank you very much, Aaronzia. Yeah, I was quite. The trick is, like, normally I just like, I'll do a voice, I'll do an accent, but the problem is most of them here have the same accent, so I actually have to act harder.
I liked my favorite Joshua moment is the descriptions of every like mongrel foe that have been described.
Otto was so funny.
Yeah.
Otto.
I felt really bad.
Otto.
He looked so cool. I was like, oh, he has shark teeth and he's got all this like sick stuff. Hell yes. And then I was like, bless him. I want to protect him. This abbot must die.
Yeah.
But,
Fun fact, Otto thinks he is the hottest guy in town.
we'll never
9 out of
know.
10 dentists recommend him.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah, he cannot express that. Yeah, sorry.
I really enjoyed the building of the ambience of the place. Like there wasn't too. I mean, obviously there were the mutants and stuff wandering around, but there wasn't actual like, you know, there was no fighting or anything between different characters. But the descriptions of the noises and the build up of the noise and the different vibes around the place were really freaking me out. So I enjoyed that.
And I think uniquely among us and the audience, Ro can't hear the sounds. There was full bore sound effects. When
So
there
I
was
didn't
screaming.
even need that. You did
Yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
I would have been shaking in my boots if I could hear them.
I was kind of disappointed we did not have time to set you up with your Sirenscape.
I will work it out eventually.
Yeah, no, we'll figure it out for next week. But yeah, Zidran. So because there is a delay between the stream and what we're doing, it's not very effective for everybody to listen to stream. So they've normally got muted because they're obviously playing it live. So Ro is the only person. Everybody else is logged into my Sirenscape and therefore can hear the music I am playing. Ro can't because we haven't gotten around to setting that up. So yeah, sadly, Ro is the only person who can't hear the wolf howls and the screaming.
But your description of sounds was still
No.
my favorite.
No, and I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah. It'll be up on. Well, you can watch the VOD immediately after the thing. But no, thank you. Yeah, cool.
I have two things to say.
Buy my book and
Wait,
First
Rachel
of
wrote a
all-
book.
I'm sorry, I'm
Nice,
talking about
nice.
Josh right now. This is about Josh. Thank you.
Sorry.
First of all, the line, I have not tied you to a bed. You are merely tied to a bed. Beautiful.
he showed up just to go lol and laugh.
So funny. But, and I know I flipped out about this as soon as we stopped, but you told us you had a reliable character tell us the abbot is insane. I went into this expecting an insane person. He shows up and you do such a good job of fucking gaslighting us into thinking he's not. Only to be like, he is insane. Like,
Oh no, wait. We were told he was insane. He's
You Jim Jones us, you motherfucker. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel tricked, I feel deceived. It was
You're
beautiful,
welcome,
I
Emma.
loved it.
Thank you. Yeah.
No remarks, no notes. Keep doing you.
I forgot. He's just so magnetic.
He is a solid 10 as well. Like it's like, but he's so beautiful. He's a perfect man. He's batshit mad.
Yeah, a lot
Um,
of serial killers
But
are.
there were lots of handsome characters in this episode.
Yeah.
That was it.
Strahd-
That was it.
Strahd
I
is
was
a-
out. What was it? Yeah, like Strahd.
Was-
And
Yeah.
and
Oh.
the lady with the sewn on ear, yeah.
Yeah, she's beautiful too.
I mean, yeah, it's a Barovia is full of very handsome people. I mean, Anna is a 9.5 at least. And Dimitri's no slouch. He's got a pretty fluffy tail. He's taken. Sorry, Trish.
Ah.
I'm expecting to like above average now in the Barovia community. People from like how long ago? 300 years ago, whatever. Man.
Good-looking people.
Yeah.
I see you in hell. Hey, buddy. Good to see you. Milkshake. No milkshakes tonight. Though you are in a place where milk is actually a thing. My
Oh
favorite...
God, I don't want to get to the explanation of what milk is.
That's because milk is inherently cruel, and speaking as a vegan, you shouldn't drink it. It's not for you. Anyway, sorry, that's all.
Escalated
But there
quickly.
it- there might
Even if it
hit
comes
milk,
from
though.
almonds, can I drink the almond
Yeah.
milk?
It's not for
Yeah, I
you.
mean,
It's for the
Also
baby
have
almonds.
mushroom gravy.
For the baby almonds, that's right. No, you can drink that.
We should just have a side series that's Dan getting or Helvig getting all of the animals explained to him.
Yeah. The cow goes.
Uh-oh.
Please don't
It's
milk
like
me.
the
It's for my
ABCs.
babies.
Yep. I would rather you didn't.
Oh.
Thank you.
I
Please don't take away my child. Sorry.
Please.
what?
My favorite me moment, I think that's where we're up to.
Yep.
Is I had two. I really enjoyed Cloven.
Oh, yeah.
I liked
Um,
Cloven too.
He's a cute little boy.
What a strange but lovable lad. I
Yeah.
felt bad for him.
His betrayal would be very upsetting. And
Yeah, I was
will
like,
be.
honestly, I think he was just gonna like slit your throat in your sleep. I was like, yeah, cool.
He gave me some nice stew.
yeah, he did. He's a good cook, surprisingly good cook. And he plays the violin like an absolute angel.
Oh, that was
Um,
him. Oh.
You don't know that. Plays better when he's drunk too, sadly. Yeah. I can almost name an NPC. You fools! Bring it on. I see you in hell. Such power. you've given me. Well, you don't know that it's not Bishop Blood. They are.
Oh, Celinox is trying not to think about it.
Yeah, I'm definitely like, it's grasshopper meat. That's all it is.
I also really enjoy being Pierre.
Yeah, that was fun.
You were extra sassy today, Josh.
Yeah.
Here, Chad. I think, yeah,
Yeah.
if I had one favorite
Also,
me
I am
moment,
my
it was
own
definitely
person
Pierre,
now. It's
Chad.
like, you know exactly that was not what I meant.
Hey, Bishop Blood, are you implying that I ate my own bladder?
Bishop
Tastes-
is a
Is
Tastes
that
like
what
cow.
I mean, if Celinox never has to pee again, that would be like, that's okay, I suppose.
No, I really
not how
Bishop Blood.
biology
Oh, I'm not
works.
implying. I am straight up saying. Bishop, I see you in
no.
hell. No, I will. It is DM's discretion whether or not they ask for more detail than just the name. I didn't want to, because we sometimes have guest DMs. But if it's me, probably, I will. But let them ask. Cool. Alrighty. Well, splendid. Thank you very much for all of your favorite moments and your theories and your insanity, as in my insanity. And we should go away from here now. But first of all, we need to talk about, firstly, these wonderful people who joined me for this evening. Let's go in the reverse order. Dan, you meat space boy, you erotic meat space boy. Who the absolute heck are you?
Hello. Dan in the meat space, the urban cyberspace.
And erotic everywhere.
Yeah, yep, definitely that. You can just feel it pouring through my pores, through the camera, into the other side of the screen, through the internet. Yep,
Rubbing his meat
definitely.
space.
That's what that is all about right now. That's what happens when you get tagged with an adjective every episode and just kind of have to roll with it.
Deal with it.
Aside from that,
What are you man?
you don't.
God is insanity.
Yeah, I don't know. You can't find me anywhere except for here. Next week, hopefully, if Josh doesn't scare me away or infringe upon my rights anymore.
Yes.
But I'm gonna get through that.
What F adjective will there be?
Oh God!
Oh, is that a thing? Have you
The
been
fuck
going through
quiz,
the
Jack
alphabet?
O'Brien.
Yeah, it's ABC. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I didn't get that. Okay.
But yeah,
The other one's
take
up to
care of
like
yourselves. You all deserve love in a consensual way.
X. Thank you, Dan.
I did.
Yeah.
Dan is the voice of Brayley. Yeah, exactly. And everything else of Brayley as well. Ro, who the absolute heck are you?
Hi, I'm Roro. I'm a performer, educator, and wannabe full-time traveler. You can check me out on Instagram at Crowdventurers for some travel wanderlust and pictures of my dog
Cute.
and upcoming events sometimes. And I will pop that up there. I don't know how to do Instagram, but that's what it is. You look it up and then you
Crowdventurers.
find it.
Cool.
Rad.
I'll put it in the your thing for next time.
Thank you.
Jack,
Yes, sir.
who are you, and where the heck can we find you?
My name is Jack O'Brien. I'm a performer and a professional dungeon master. You can find me at dungeonmasterforhire.com.au. And as well as my website, you can find me now on the streamy things. So if you would like to, I'm probably going to play. Actually, no, I won't be playing tomorrow because I'm going all the way to Frankston to do a professional game. But eventually, at some point, I'll be replaying Witcher 3. Yes. It's worth noting because we're all artists of some stripe or another. Half of my weekly income is covered by professional games now, which means from now on, it'll be more than half once I do more stuff. So that's really cool.
Yeah,
and
it is.
Weird.
Yeah.
I'm getting paid to do
Hell
art.
yes. Go off, King.
So that's
You.
pretty cool.
Yeah, boy. Subtle
and-
flex. Not that subtle, but yes.
I'm
No, as in-
sharing
Let's just be
it.
happy.
we
I'm
are very
sharing it.
supportive of you, but it
I'm
wasn't.
so
I
happy.
wouldn't say it's a subtle flex. It was very like he was flexing, but it was a really
Yeah,
nice
yeah.
flex.
Yeah,
And
a
we-
wholesome flex, if
we
you will.
support you
Verily,
in your flex.
congratulations.
Absolutely.
As fellow artists, we can all appreciate
That was the
how
whole point of the
hard
end
it
of this
is
stream. Yeah.
to find people willing to pay you to do shit, let alone
Yeah.
creative works. So it's pretty cool. Anyway, there's my Twitch right there. Thank you for
Big.
your indulgence.
Jack O'Brien online. Smash that follow button just right
Thanks,
now.
buddy.
Twice because I have 2 Twitch accounts, so I can cheese
Two
that
followers. Two
shit.
followers.
Yeah, boy. And
Oh,
Rach,
it's
who
an
the absolute
affiliate.
heck are you?
Hello, my name is Rachel Fukar. I'm a writer, actor, creative trash at large. You can find me on various social media at Rachel Fukar, and you can find the book that I wrote, The Rings of Mars, right here on the internet. And if you don't, I am going to steal your Netflix login and spend a weekend just watching the worst garbage you could think of and really, really fucking up your recommendations. It's going to be soap operas. It's going to be like
Joke's on you.
poorly dated 2000s rom-coms. It's
Oh,
gonna be
that's-
awful.
Oh
Way
no,
ahead of
that's
you.
not great. Yeah, those are the
Mm.
ones with like all the transphobe
with
jokes.
the
in them.
jokes that did not
Yeah.
age well, yeah.
Nah.
Yeah.
She's
Oh, Rachel, I
threatening to
didn't know
turn
you
the
wrote a book.
algorithm.
Not many people do, but yes, I have.
Oh, yes.
Omi didn't know either. Sorry, Bishop Bird didn't know either.
That's why I keep
Actually,
saying
Erin
What?
didn't. Erin didn't because this is her first time. to
Erin
stream,
didn't
so
know
there you
it.
go.
Yeah,
New customer.
the book is good. The links are in the Twitch link. There you go. I did that. It's monstrous even for you. Yeah, that's truly messed
That is
up.
monstrous.
Like hiding in people's fridge and jumping out of them, that's just part of the course. But actually mucking up your Netflix, I don't even have Netflix, and that's so I'm stealing
Sounds
my
pretty
parents
horrifying.
already.
Yeah.
So I actually get this treatment on the semi-regular because we use my mum's account. It's really weird. What they're like, maybe you like this. I'm like,
All
probably
in the
not.
family. Yeah.
Highly
Your mum's
unlikely.
gonna see that you like transphobic rom-coms now.
Yeah, mum will be confused about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, when is this Rings of Mars book even that you already have? Dude.
Yeah. Oh, cute.
Ooh, cool, Erin.
Hell yeah,
Excellent.
Erin.
Ooh, do it. Just do it. Jump in.
Yeah.
Do it.
Won't regret it. It's
And
fun.
Detect, thank you very much for the follow. Good name. And Madame and Monsieur, Dame und Herren and beings of indeterminate gender and persuasion, I be Josh the Pirate, and you can find me here on my channel, Corsair's Cove, which I run with my lovely lady wife, where we play D&D. But you know that because you've done that. Keep doing it, you bloody legends. I see you in hell.
Yay.
Thank you very much for the sub, you bloody champion. It's I'll see you in hell. Actually, you'll see us at Corsair's Cove because you subscribe, you silly.
That was so great because you said, "Thank you everyone for watching. I'll see,
I see you in hell. I know. I really enjoy them.
Uh-oh.
It's going to be a scary story. Ooh, excellent, Aaron. And yes, if you like my face and voice, you can find me here Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday this week. Probably not Thursday. We have a long rehearsal Thursday evening for the show I'm directing in the real life meat space. But Friday night, I will be back on Ardana for the continuation of that story in between with Terrace. And on Sunday, I'll be back for the finale of our 4-shot over on the Eldritch Scribe. High-level crawl through Osiris, into Osiris, the level of hell, one of the circles of hell. We're fighting devils, and I'm playing a pally bard, and I smote a devil real good last time. It was
You're where you're meant to be. I love it.
200 and something damage in 3 hits. Yeah, they're vulnerable to radiant damage. I was like, oh, you'll go down.
Hell yeah.
Archdevil, 3 hits, boom. 5th level spell slots, man. Yeah, my name presents many comedic opportunities. I agree. I see you in hell. Alrighty, we have a few other things to mention, though. However, the people of Ukraine are having a bit of a rough time right now. So, if you wouldn't mind heading on over to the Emergency Action Appeal, you can possibly donate some money to them. Over $4.3 million has been raised for the Emergency Action Appeal so far. It's to support Ukrainians fleeing the violence in their country, which they didn't ask for or pick, and it's totally cool if you can donate some cash over there. That would be great of you. And if you can't, that's also fine. Just send your love and the good vibes because they're having a shitty. Beyond that, we only need to talk about a few more things. The YouTube is fully up to date. You can check out any episodes you may have missed of my Humblewood world. It's all in one contiguous playlist. All 70-ish episodes, 73 I think now, are all in one playlist in chronological order, as in in-universe chronological order. So you can watch the entire thing from front to back. It's pretty cool. There's also individual canons, individual campaign arcs are also there in their own places as well. Yes, you can find out the backstories on all of these complicated characters that we have built what we have here. Dan and Rach have both done over 40 episodes, so there's a lot of Dan and Rach if you like their faces. Then we need to talk about Wootenforge. The absolute legends at Wootenforge have provided us with an affiliate link there. So you can go to wootenforge.com/Corsairs Cove to get yourself some beautiful Australian and exotic hardwoods crafted into beautiful tabletop accessories. I have been doing all of my dice rolling this evening in my Wootenforge dice tray. Keeping my dice in their Wootenforge dice keeper. Made of amazing Jara. A lot of it is reclaimed wood as well, which really vibes with me. It's reading stuff. So, guys, I think we should probably go away from here now because we've been streaming for a gosh darn while. And we were talking about the Eldritch Scribe earlier, so we should probably drop a raid on them. It's been an absolute splendid pleasure hanging out with you guys this evening. Thank you so much to our raiders. We had 3 gorgeous raids this evening. Dreaded GM. We had Raging Rolls. No, we didn't. We had Monsters and Mayhem. And we had, at the very beginning, help me, guys.
The Dice Casters.
The Dice Casters. Thank you, all of you. Please.
Dan coming in clutch.
Good on you, buddy. Yeah, head over there and smash that follow button. Show them the love.
Script on generosity.
Nice. Yes, that is where he lurks. And so we will go and raid the Eldritch Scribe now. I will play a quick ad and then we'll jump straight on over there. So stick around for that raid. The Eldritch Scribe is an amazing channel. Des is a fantastic storyteller. I'm having the immense privilege of playing with him now. And our very own, well, not ours actually, we borrowed her from them, Daria, our channel artist who made our beautiful Smoothie and Trish art there, is playing with them right now. So you can head on over there, smash the follow button when you get there, show them the love, and we will see you next time. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye. See you in hell.
everybody.